Hip Hop
What is
Anonymous.
up?
Oh shit, John, what was that?
Hip Hop Anonymous. What was that? I heard yeah. What was that?
Yeah, dude. That's how we start the. We should start the stream like that. Tommy
with random sound effects.
Yeah.
Get a sound clip of Tommy from Power Rangers.
Yeah, every time. Yeah. Every time AFPD fucks up. Yeah. Hell yeah.
Or we could get the Howard Dean scream. You know, the one Dave Chappelle
sure,
made fun of.
Yeah. We can. Oh my god. Yeah. Anyways,
what's up, chat? What's going on?
What's going on, chat? Sorry about that.
Yes, sorry for the late stream announcement there. Yeah, was laid out pretty much most of the day. Was a little under the weather, but I'm okay. Feel a bit more rested now. Gonna do this thing.
He does it for you, chat. He does it for you.
Yeah. Do it for all of you now. I'm feeling better now that I'm a little rested. So hopefully we get this thing going. Gonna get this thing going. Little L Bricks, hello. How are you? Wait for a few more people to join the stream.
How y'all doing? So John Reckless Ben did an interview today with Brandon Buckingham. I don't know if you saw it.
I didn't get a chance to see it, but you told me about it, and so I'm going to be experiencing everything in real time here because we'll go over that for sure. I don't know if we'll be able to go over that and the American Fork stuff, but hopefully we can. But I think the interview with Ben, from what you told me, sounds pretty interesting. So maybe we should go ahead and lead with that first. But right before that, I think we should probably go over the whole TRO thing just to kind of get that little bit of housekeeping there out of the way. But so apparently the judge has not signed off apparently on the TRO. So I don't know if he did the interview before the TRO amendment. I have no idea. Maybe I would assume, because it looks like the interview was edited, right, Aura?
Yeah. Sorry, I was reading Little L Bricks. I was reading. He has a question, or she has a question. They have a question.
Yeah, he was asked. They're asking. Let me see. I have a question today. Does Ben still have to show up in court on the 30th since the judge will? I don't know. That I don't know. But maybe the BBQ counselor might be able to shed some light on that. I have his video here.
Hell yeah.
We'll go over, and BBQ counselor will actually be joining us this Friday on stream. So be sure to check that out. Yeah, we'll probably be doing a little bit of a later stream on Saturday night. He'll be joining us then. Did I say Friday? I meant Saturday. Saturday he'll be joining us.
The funny thing is, I knew you meant Saturday, but I thought it switched to Friday. So I was like, oh, okay.
No. Yeah, I meant Saturday. Yeah, Saturday night he'll be joining us. So it should be a fun time. We'll probably talk to him about a lot of this craziness that's been going on. But this is his video that he put out today, which is linked in the description of this stream. So be sure to check it out if you guys want to watch it in its entirety, without interruptions. But I wanted to kind of go over it first just to see what barbecue counselor here has to say about it and what it is that happened. He would probably be better at explaining that. So I'm just going to go over his video here first, and then we'll get into the Brandon Buckingham interview with Ben.
Well, the Reckless Ben lawsuit.
Good. Go ahead, Roy.
No, I was gonna say, it's just, if y'all have been watching the footage with us for the past couple of days, the interview kind of reminds you certain things. So I'll kind of leave it at that, and then we'll just talk about it when we get there. Then it'll probably be better that way.
Okay, dope. Yeah, we'll do that.
Last night, the judge threw a wrench in the works. The parties had submitted a joint proposal to modify the restraining order, to remove all the free speech restrictions, and the court came back with some questions. But is this a good sign or a bad sign? And how is it ultimately going to impact whether Reckless Ben can get back to streaming? I'll cover all of those in this video. Last night, after I recorded my video, I saw this new update in the reckless Ben case, a note from the judge on the temporary restraining order. He said, the order was not signed. Note, the modified TRO not signed by a court, as the following section is very broad, as it is unknown if the defendants know who the employees and franchisees are, which locations it relates to, et cetera, et cetera. So what does that mean? He sees something that looks a little too vague for him. Why this is coming up now and didn't come up in the original TRO, I don't know. We can only speculate. My personal guess, just understanding a little bit about how judges work and think, is this case has gotten a lot of notoriety since that original TRO came out. And there have been many filings challenging different aspects of the original TRO. And it's possible that the judge is taking things a little bit more carefully now, paying a little bit more attention.
That's what I was just about to say, is that maybe the judge kind of just overlooked it, maybe kind of glossed over it.
The judge is probably like, who gives a shit about Legos? And then he saw everyone getting backlash. Like, fuck. Like, he's like, I better be careful.
He's like, I better look into these Legos. Shit. Yeah.
Like a fucking police department and a company got ruined. Oh my gosh. My courtroom, my precious courtroom. No, I'm just joking. I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Judges usually act to prevent unnecessary work down the road or to prevent an appellate issue. That doesn't mean the judge is being lazy. It means that judges are very busy. And given how much filing there was related to this restraining order, it likely prompted the judge's chambers, which means the judge and his staff, to look at this a little bit more closely this time. So is that necessarily a bad thing? Not necessarily. Do I think that it's going to prevent this revised order from ultimately being signed? No. I think it might delay it by a few days, but ultimately, when both sides come together on an issue, judges almost always grant that. This looks to me like the judge picking through the language, wanting to get a little bit more clarification. The next thing the court flagged is that there was nothing in the revised joint order about the videos that were taken down. Well, there's a good reason for that. None of Reckless Ben's videos were ever taken down.
I was just about to say, I was like, yeah, none of his videos were taken down. I mean, unless they're referring to maybe other people's videos that were either attempted to be taken down or something. But I mean, yeah.
I was thinking the attempt at Patreon to take his videos down from there, no? Because they did try. They did try. Yeah. They reached out to Patreon.
Yeah, so I mean, I guess there's a misunderstanding there.
Yeah.
Because none of his videos are down. None of them have been taken down. Not even the ones on his vlog channel. So, unless there's some other video that we don't know about that's been
Could it be related to part 3? Is that what they're referring to? Because that was supposed to come out the day all this dropped. Remember?
I think that I would think that it's probably a misunderstanding there. That maybe part 3 having to do with part 3 not coming out, and maybe there's confusion about that.
Yeah. Could be.
So
how this might play out, I don't know. The parties have filed a response to this and they address this question. So let's look at what they said. All right. So we have the joint response to the judge's questions last night. And this is, again, a document that all sides filed. So they probably got on the phone together or through email this morning and they hammered out what they were going to say. It's signed by everyone. So with respect to the judge's questions, they note that the language of the stipulated preliminary injunction was carefully designed by the parties to modify and narrow the scope of the original TRO. It's been submitted by stipulation and everyone agrees. Why are they saying this? Well, they're reminding the court, Your Honor, we understand you might have a couple questions about how this is going to play out in terms of the addresses and where and when the defendants have agreed not to go. But we're just reminding you that we've already talked through all these issues and everybody came to an agreement that the existing language was sufficient. The next thing they point out, although they went from number 1 to number 3, Sometimes typos happen. Number 3, they say, look, where the franchisee and business locations are located are matters of public record. Everyone knows where they are. You can look them up. The defendants know how to not go to a bricks and minifig store. It's a little bit more sketch the next section where they say, well, the private home addresses of the franchise owners and employees may not be known, but may be discoverable via public records. I'm not sure this is exactly the case. I don't know that the private home addresses of the various individual store owners is something that's known. I've checked through various public records.
AFPD. They were right at Josh's
AFPD,
house.
right. Well, I mean, obviously, BAM would know, but there's no reason for them. I would hope there's no reason for them to out their own franchisees.
Yeah, if it's meant like that.
Yeah,
I know the AFPD fumbled a lot of people's. They doxed a lot of people, probably by mistake. But
that's the other way they'd have to watch out for the AFPD getting a hold of personal information. So
yeah,
I don't know about this. This one doesn't seem like it's as good of a point, and maybe the judge is going to still have some concerns about this. But I think that's why they put in that first paragraph, right? They are trying to tell the judge, we're all okay. All of us, the parties, are okay with this. We're okay with the language as written. There's really no need to scrutinize it. And then they get to the question about the videos. As to whether the videos have been taken down, plaintiffs are unaware of any publications or videos having been taken down. I'm not sure how the judge is going to react to this. The judge issued a TRO. The TRO, as I've put in multiple videos, there were problems with that TRO. The takedown order should not have been given. But one thing you never want to do is disobey a court order, whether it was lawfully issued or not. So I don't know how the judge is going to react when he says that the plaintiffs are unaware of the videos having been taken down.
Could you imagine? They're like, Judge, you're retarded.
Yeah, right.
I think what it is that I think he probably got confused by something.
Yeah.
And has the impression that something was taken down. I think he could be confusing it with a completely different case for all we know, or some other matter entirely, or just completely misread the TRO initially. That would be my guess.
Yeah.
They then do immediately follow up and say, look, we don't know that they've been taken down, but we do agree that the language here that we've proposed is not going to restrain any lawful speech, meaning nobody's going to have a problem that at this point that the videos were not taken down. We're all okay with how things are right now. And so that was it for the response. Like before, this was signed by all the parties. So ultimately, what do I think? Well, I think that this will probably delay things. I think that Reckless Ben is still going to get his order signed. He's still going to get his free speech back. It might just take a day or two longer for the clerks to come around. On the other hand, there's a non-zero chance here that the judge has more questions. I don't think that the parties sufficiently answered the question, how are you going to police the fact that nobody really knows where all your franchisees lives? The judge may have a problem with that. The question is going to be whether that first paragraph that said, look, we're all okay with the language, Your Honor, you don't need to scrutinize this, whether that's going to carry the day or whether the judge is going to continue to have questions. I think there's also potentially some questions about, well, wait a second. I said take down the videos. Do you mean the videos weren't taken down? We'll see if any of that plays out. If there's going to be continued issues, we will see either tonight, something will pop up on the docket.
Could you imagine if that's like what happens? Like they incur the wrath of the judge, and he's like, "You didn't," you know what I mean? Take them all down. Take them all down. Hopefully, that's not what happens. That would be terrible.
No, yeah, trust. I was gonna say, I don't know, man. Especially where this hearing is taking place. The state doesn't look so good. I don't even know which state is this anyway. Before I say anything. It is Utah. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Utah's not looking so hot right now.
No,
so
no.
Come on now.
Nope.
Likely tomorrow before the weekend. Tomorrow I will be looking for either a signature from the judge on this or more questions. Either way, I'll get back to everyone and let you know what happens. So that's it for today. It's a short one, not a lot happening, but it seems like there's never a day without something happening in this case. So I hope you found this entertaining or educational. And if so, please drop me a like and a subscribe. And I will talk to you all soon. Thanks so much. Bye-bye.
Another good video there by BBQ Counselor. Go ahead and put it in the chat here for those of you that want to see it in its entirety. And yeah, be sure to give him a sub or a follow on X. Dude is always on top of stuff, breaking news, going over documents and stuff.
Yep.
Oh, very informative stuff. But yeah, what Prometheus Sex said here, I think is could also be the case as well. I think the judge is waiting until June 30th so he can hold Bam accountable for how misleading the TRO is. Yeah, maybe he's just waiting to get them all in court and just talk to them all. You know what I mean?
It's right around the corner,
like,
too.
Right,
it's right around the corner.
Yeah, we're going to figure this out. Y'all going to come in here. We're going to figure this out. So I think that could be what's going on. But we have more revelations in regarding, you said, as it pertains to this in this interview, you said, right, Or? So
yeah, so it's like I was saying, like after watching all the footage that the police department did, like Ben kind of reiterates like their corruption, and I was like, after watching all that stuff, I'm like, yeah, no, definitely these people are corrupt. I'm like, they don't what is it? They're not trying to learn from their mistakes. They don't improve from their mistakes. They hide them. You know what I mean? Like they just constantly hide them, and then you know, there's some things that Ben says are interesting, and there's some stuff that might be revealing, you know? So I don't want to give anything away. If y'all haven't
I haven't seen it, so but this will also be linked in the description below. And then I'll link the video afterwards for those of you that want to check it out on Brandon Buckingham's channel.
This is Reckless Ben, and he is behind one of the biggest Lego controversies the world has ever seen.
A YouTuber has gone viral.
Nationwide Lego aftermarket resale chain being sued for allegedly stealing
A very valuable Lego collection.
It's so big that it has generated news headlines, countless YouTube videos, and even has its own Wikipedia page.
And what started as a simple investigation into children's toys quickly spiraled into police corruption and a SWAT raid, stemming from allegations of stalking, harassment, bomb threats, heroin possession, and even murder. This is one of the most fascinating series of videos on YouTube I've ever seen, and we are lucky enough to have the entire scandal explained to us directly from the man at the center of it all, Reckless Ben.
Reckless Ben.
Reckless Ben.
Reckless Ben. Illegal seizures, false arrests, malicious prosecutions.
This $200,000 Lego scandal.
Oh my God, this is so good.
A $200,000 Lego collection went.
Friggin' Philip DeFranco, man.
Yeah, Philip DeFranco. I forgot about him.
The Lego cartel.
Reckless Ben was hit with the restraining order right after we filmed this video. So this may be the last time we hear Reckless Ben speak about the situation until the lawsuit is over. All right.
Okay, so I guess he filmed this before the initial TRO then.
Yes.
With Brandon Buckingham. Okay.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'm here on a cliffside with the one and only Reckless Ben.
I'm just here on a cliffside.
No, dude, this is a really funny interview, bro. They're very funny. Just
That's
watch.
awesome.
You'll see.
What's up? We're in the midst of a very exciting time right now with the Lego series going absolutely nuclear online. How is everything for you today?
A little sick because I haven't been sleeping, just trying to get these videos out, but I'm doing pretty good. Back in the country again.
And I kind of wanted to make this video to do a synopsis of the entire Lego story.
I genuinely think this is just the beginning of the Lego saga. I think they're not going to give the Legos back. I think they're going to do whatever they can to like not admit that they were wrong.
How did this entire Lego thing first come across your radar?
It was in like the Loose for Valentine video. At the end, I just said, hey, if anyone has any cool problems that the police can't solve, email me at this email. And I set up like a whole email from the email me, and I'll solve it for you. Yeah, basically I posted it as we were on our way to Burning Man, where it started raining. So it was like a 22-hour line at Burning Man. So me and like Vic.
I like how he always like kind of spirals off into something else.
No, dude, it lines up because this is basically how he saw Brian's email. He's like, Burning Man took forever to get to, so they were just combing through emails and they found it. That's how it started, bro. They were just going to Burning Man. And then like this shit happened.
This is great. Already.
and like 3 other friends were just going through like the 10,000 emails, and we saw this one where it was about Legos. This company stole my Legos. I've done everything I can. The police are covering it up, and we're like, oh, that sounds fun. Like, that seems like family friendly. You know, that would probably be like a fun video for us to do.
What are some of the rarest Lego items in this collection?
It's called the Cloud City set. I think it's worth $10,000. Some of the little minifigs go for a lot also. Like, they can be like a couple thousand. Most of them are around like $200-300, but there's just like hundreds of them, you know? So it's like they add up to a lot of money if you like calculate them all together.
Whenever you first heard about this Lego situation, did you imagine it would be as crazy as it turned out to be?
When the guy described it to me, he's like, dude, I've done everything I can. I mean, the whole like first like 5 minutes of the Lego video is just that first FaceTime call I had with him. So, I mean, I kind of felt like where the guy crosses his arms, he's like,
let me tell you what's going to happen. If we go to court, we're going to drag this thing out so long, and you're going to end up spending so much more money than your collection is ever worth or what you ever would have gotten out of it. Then it ain't worth it, man.
So I was like, oh, so this guy wants to play games like this?
That.
This is like
it's
my arch nemesis. I like knew from the beginning that like this is like the perfect person.
What's up like that? What?
Oh, I was like, it's stuff like that that's good to be reiterated because, you know, especially if like people had forgotten or, you know, because this is sat for a while. So like sometimes people forget that, you know, that they behave like this.
Yeah. It's good to have a refresher. So.
Again. So it's like, what happens when like an unmovable force hits like an unstoppable object?
An 83-year-old man and his son Brian Mansell spent over 20 years building one of the largest private Star Wars Lego collections in the country. 780 plus sealed sets and over 1,200 minifigures. Starting back in the year 2000, they slowly built the collection up as an investment to fund college for their grandkids. In November 2023, they decided it was time to sell. So they consigned it to a Bricks and Minifigs franchise store in Salem, Oregon. Consignment basically means the store sells it for you. You keep the ownership until it sells, and you get a cut of each sale. Then on November 14th, 2024, the franchise owners got pushed out by corporate in a pretty chaotic overnight takeover. And the new owners came in claiming they had no idea a $200,000 Lego collection was sitting on those shelves. So the man at the center of all of this on the Bricks and Minifig side is the CEO, Ammon McNeff. He runs the operation alongside his brother, Matt McNeff, who serves as the COO. How do they measure up in the terms of people that you've gone up against in the past, like Russ McCamey?
Before Ben's Lego series, he made a video exposing McCamey Manor, which was widely considered the most extreme haunted house in America. He showed up in a duck onesie, got waterboarded, and ended up exposing the evil scam that Russ McCamey was running.
Once he found out that we were making like a hit piece against him, he's like, oh, well, if I keep interacting with them, I'm just giving them content. I'm giving them what they want. But this Lego video seems to be like, these guys seem to be the only people who don't understand that, and they just keep interacting with us.
Yep.
No, bro, let him finish real quick. You'll see it.
Okay.
I think these guys might be the stupidest people I've ever gone up against. Ammon, Brandon, and Josh. Everyone else would have realized that if they just give the Lego collection back, this would all be over with. And that's why it's gotten so big, I think, is because they're the first people that are stupid enough not to just do the right thing. They make almost $100 million a year in total from all their franchises combined, and they're going to throw all that in the garbage because they don't want to give away $200,000. Like the math doesn't add up.
And it seems like you've unearthed
there you
like
go, John, right there.
Yeah, and that's always been my point too. It's just like they're going to end up spending way more money in the long run, whether it be court fees or just them losing money over the bad PR.
But like, I just like the fact that, like, you know, because McCamey Manor was like one of the biggest, I guess scams out there or whatever, and like even he gives that guy credit. He's like that guy knew at least. He's like, I gotta stop interacting with him. He's gonna make a hit piece on me. And he's like, these guys are just stupid. They don't know that, you know. They don't know internet etiquette.
Yeah.
Ooh, what you got there? What was that?
Yeah. He's saying that there's some channels that have gotten stuff wrong and side with what the police say. Yeah. No, of course. Yeah. There's definitely people. There's gonna be people that are going to side with Bricks and Minifigs. There's going to be people that are going to side with the American Fork Police Department. They can see no wrongdoing. You know, there's people that they just have the rose-colored glasses on, right? They can see no wrong if they're already supporters of that brand. Yeah, you know what I mean, and if they're diehard supporters, they're not going to see any wrong in what they do, or even if they see something wrong, they're going to try to rationalize it some way that makes no sense to justify it. You know?
Yeah.
So, it's just the nature of how things are. Unfortunately, they won't see it for what it is. They'll just make excuses. And look, because we've been from the beginning of this, we've been critical in some of the ways Ben handled himself as well. But for the most part, I don't think nothing Ben did was with bad intentions. You know what I mean? That's one thing I never got from Ben. I never got the sense that the stuff that he was doing was
from a malicious place.
From a malicious place, yeah, from a place of just having bad intentions. It always felt like he was at least trying to do the right thing. He might have been reckless, right? Like his name, living up to his name in the way he approached certain things, but I never got the sense that he was doing stuff again just to be a dickhead, just to be.
Well, he's not doing it for views, you know what I mean? Because there's easier methods to get views other than that,
for sure.
He was already growing. Yeah, he was already like pretty. What did he have? 500K, I think. That's not small. That's still pretty.
Yeah, like 400K. He had like 400K subscribers, but the thing is, like he, so he was probably on his way regardless to getting up to that point. This just kind of blew up and kind of boosted him across that finish line, that million sub finish line, and gave him the virality that he needed. But the thing is, again, I don't think anything he did was ever in bad faith. It seemed like it was a genuine good faith effort on his part to try to help this dude out, And the thing is, again, we talked about it. I don't know if it was on yesterday's stream or a couple streams back where we said like anybody else in Ben's position would have quit probably after getting arrested that first time. They probably would have been like, fuck this. I didn't sign up to be arrested for all this shit. I'm done.
Well, that's what I'm saying too. Yeah.
He showed that he's, he's like, no, I'm committed. And, it just showed his level of conviction in the whole thing.
Well, it speaks to his character.
Sure, what you're saying here is true. He did some questionable things, sure. But I don't think that anything he did was out of any kind of malicious intent. Like, I don't think it was ever him doing it because,
well, I'm like, what choice did they really give this guy? What choice did they give Ben?
Yeah, he did some stuff, like I said, that definitely is worthy of criticism, for sure. And there's obviously some things we got to look at least from a law standpoint, that he probably did either really toe the line on or did outright, cross some lines, right? So,
yeah.
And
I don't know, man. When a corporation is making it like impossible and literally stole somebody's shit and they fucking trespassed him, and Josh admitted, even though he said he was under duress, but I really don't give a shit that, I have his stuff, but he annoyed me. So I'm keeping it, I don't know. I don't know. Sometimes I don't want to say you got to fight fire with fire, because that's not always the answer. But at the same time, I'm like, I don't care what he did. Like, they forced his hand. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
I'm like, for fuck's sake, bro, they wouldn't even let him serve the guy. They wouldn't even let him go the legal route.
Yep.
So I don't know. Go ahead. Sorry, John.
No, yeah, there was definitely some things, like I said, there was definitely some things that he did try to do by the book that just, didn't take. So,
yeah.
Scheme, which is these Mormon police officers that are kind of just able to deal corruption to people. This is where our story takes a turn that nobody expected. Ben's
John, have you noticed they always
American
change
Fork,
locations?
Utah, where
yeah, it's great.
and Minifig's corporate is headquartered. And what he found there wasn't just a company refusing to return some Legos. He found a police department that appeared to be actively siding with the company against him.
The police repeatedly showed favor to Josh Johnson and seemed to take direction from him. They pulled Ben over on false pretenses.
What's your name? Are you Ben?
And prevented him from legally serving court
What's
papers.
your name?
More on that later. They ultimately arrested him and members of his crew.
What's your name? Are you Ben? Yeah.
Fucking ridiculous.
Yeah, always, man, these police.
The body cam footage later revealed that the police were actually aware that they had no legal grounds to stop him.
Looks like this is a real case that just hasn't gone to court.
Yeah, it's
Look how disappointed he
turned
was.
into a Mormon police corruption video.
Well, remember, he was just like, oh, well, he's an idiot.
Yeah, I do remember.
So, he gave it over to the police to serve. I don't know if you saw that. I don't know if you saw that video, but the cop said he would serve it on his behalf, and he didn't.
Yeah, we've already been. Yeah, we've already been past that.
Yeah, we've we've already been over it. So
like a lot of the comments now, people are like, I don't even care about the Legos anymore. I just want to see the American Fork Police go down. I always thought Mormons were supposed to be nice, you know, like don't steal from people. How can these guys be Mormon? They're doing the exact opposite of what Mormons believe in. You know, it's crazy.
You find out about the whole thing with Brian and you want to help. You want to get him his Legos back. What's the first thing that you did?
So it's a little bit out of order. We got Amanda.
I like that it looks like he's interviewing Brandon now.
Yeah. He gave him the microphone.
Give him the microphone.
Yeah.
It's so funny.
To sign the document with the UPS driver.
Before Ben first entered the franchise where Brian's Legos were left, he created a contract for the store manager, Amanda, to sign, giving him permission to enter the premises.
Can I get a signature?
For some reason, Amanda just started signing our contract without even reading it.
Amanda was unaware she was signing this contract and actually thought she was signing for a UPS delivery. Ben utilized the duty to read contract concept as his justification to trick Amanda into signing.
Can you explain more in detail about the duty to read contract law?
So there is a clause in the United States called the duty to read contracts law. It's always the signer's fault, basically. If you sign something, even if it's something that's stupid, it's like terms and conditions, like there's no way you're reading all 150 pages of these terms and conditions. They can put something crazy in there and you would have to follow it.
Ben's reasoning to have Amanda sign the contract was to avoid being trespassed like Brian was when he originally tried to get his collection back.
So he's like, if I got trespassed, you guys are definitely getting trespassed. That's something he told us.
So that probably like fired you up in your mind. They're like, oh, if you're going to trespass Brian.
Yeah, because he has an actual reason to be there. Like his Legos are in the store. And so he just went into the store to ask for his Legos back and they called the cops on him and trespassed him. Before
see what I'm saying,
I was
John?
like, I want to at least make sure I'm safe.
Yeah.
Do you see what I'm saying? Like how they did this to the original owner, and the owner warned Ben, and Ben and he was right. Brian was right. They did everything he said they were going to do, and Ben was ready for it because of Brian.
Yeah. Exactly. Yeah.
What choice are they giving these people? Like,
well, remember the police report again. You know, that infamous police report where Josh basically says, you know, hey, you know, I was going to give him back his stuff, but he called over here too much. So I decided, nah, you know what? I'm just going to keep him.
mm-hmm. Yeah, because it works like that. But yeah.
Because he had already at that point, remember, at that point, he had already trespassed Brian from the store. So it's like, how else what else is Brian supposed to do? He's going to have to call.
Yeah. But I see, like, that's an example, like, yeah, that might tote the law and everything. But at the same time, I'm like, what choice? Like, Brian was right. They did exactly what he said they were going to do. They trespassed Ben like immediately. Like, that's what I'm talking about.
Just for even asking. Yep. As soon as he brought it up. So.
He has an actual reason to be there. Like his Legos are in the store. And so he just went into the store to ask for his Legos back. And they called the cops on him and trespassed him. Before we went, I was like, I want to at least make sure I'm safe. So we sent in my friend Sheldon. And so she signed a paper saying that we can't be trespassed for the next 10 years.
What was the next thing that you did?
Yeah, basically I put on a pair of spy camera glasses and I just walked in being like, hey, my friend has some of his Legos in here. He'd like to get him back. And that's when the manager basically is like, you're harassing me.
You want to watch the cameras? I'm being harassed by you. Watch the cameras.
Like, get out right now. And she calls on the phone, 911, get here immediately. Like, this hooligan is harassing me in my store. I thought it was a fair question. Like, hey, my friend has some Legos in here. Can we work together to see what's going on? Seems like this was realistically more like a defense mechanism for the store to be able to get away with this theft, you know, because if they steal something and then say, hey, the person that we stole from is harassing me, then it allows them to not get in trouble for their crimes is what I think was happening.
So you dealt with the ridiculous, like crying and screaming, oh, you're harassing me. And then the next thing you did was you took one of the employees out into the woods.
All cults do group rituals to make you feel like one with the group. So now we have to become one with this Bricks and Minifigs employee.
The fuck did they find those candles?
I like that he made, they're like Lego candles.
Yeah, like, what the fuck did he make them? Where did he find those candles?
I wonder if you ordered them or if you made them. Yeah.
Yeah.
Or them especially made.
Custom made candle Lego that they did for that skit. What the fuck? They made a fucking campfire circle with fucking Lego candles. That's what's up.
Lego hands instead of the Hulk hands. Look at that.
Word. Yeah.
Brick by brick, brick by brick. The manager kept saying, like, you got to talk to the owners about this. Like, it doesn't involve me, this involves the owners. But then when I asked her, like, okay, like, you set me up with, like, a meeting with the owners, she's like, I'm not giving you the owners' numbers. You got to leave now or you're getting trespass. And so I'm like, okay, so, like, how am I supposed to, like, talk to the owner then if you won't give me the owner's number? And she's like, that's your problem. She was like, I don't want to give you your stuff back. And this is a loophole we're using. So basically we're like, okay, if we have to get the owner's number, these employees are too brainwashed to give it to us, you know? But like, luckily for me, my whole career has been like infiltrating cults and like studying brainwashing and stuff. So we're like, what if we just brainwash the employees even harder, corporates from brainwashing them, and then we can get the owner's number. So that's exactly what we did. I went through all my videos, like the 12 tribes videos, the Scientology videos, the McCabe Manor videos. I was like, I'm just gonna do the exact same thing to this employee, and it worked. Like we like fully brainwashed her. Oh shit, we're getting to like the edge of this cliff. It's like a cliff on all sides of us. Okay,
Yeah.
let's walk back the other way.
Yeah, they like walk to the edge of the fucking cliff. It's like, oh wait, there's no more ground here.
And Brandon Buckingham's like, come over here. if you die, the interview is gonna be over.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
Oh man.
Get Reckless Ben killed on a cliffside. This is
it looks like we might have hit a dead end where there's a drop off on all sides of us. So let's head back. So we brainwashed her in the woods. We got Joshua Johnson's number after I was sick. We're basically like, okay, now we have the owner's number, and so we call him. And what he basically says, I'm not in that contract. Like, Brian made the contract with the previous owner. For me to be under contract with someone, I have to sign a piece of paper. I never signed something with Brian, so I'm not under contract with them. And obviously my response to that was, yeah, but you took over that agreement when you took over the store, you know, like, he's like, but that's not how the law works.
Josh Johnson's defense this entire time has been pretty simple. He never personally signed a contract with Brian. The consignment agreement was between Brian and the previous owners, Crystal and Ben Gorman. So in his mind, when he took over the store, he also took over the inventory inside, but not the obligations that came with it. The problem is that's not how the law works. Legal Eagle put it best. A landlord that takes over a property does not become the owner of the tenant's belongings just because the belongings are inside the home. The Legos were never Bricks and Minifigs property to begin with. The consignment agreement made that crystal clear.
It's kind of funny because if you watch a bunch of like lawyer reacts videos, every single lawyer says that is how the law works. So Josh is just wrong. He thinks I'm just some kid that doesn't know the law.
Did you see the drone?
Just because it changed ownership that somehow...
Wait, did it actually show up in the shot? Hold on.
It was like behind Ben's head like a second ago. Like, and then they did the drone shot just now. They're laying down and they're using the drone.
Reacts videos, every single lawyer says that is how the law works.
See it?
So Josh
It's
is just
flying.
wrong. He thinks I'm just some kid that doesn't know the law.
They think that just because it changed ownership that somehow the Legos that are on consignment are all of a sudden their property. Like, it just makes no sense. They think they can just get away with it because why? Like, I don't really understand.
It is a little complicated, you know, it's a little confusing. So I think they're trying to use the confusion to get away with it. Like, oh, it's confusing. So even though we're in the wrong, we can just claim that we were confused. We'll be like, oh, we weren't trying to steal them. This was just a confusing legal dispute. Maybe we were in the wrong, but because it's so confusing, we weren't intentionally doing something bad. It was just a confusing situation is the kind of thing. But the actual loophole he's trying to use is that Crystal and Brian made the agreement, not me. So since I'm not in agreement with Brian, I don't have to give him his stuff back. I don't have an agreement with him that says I have to, you know. He's like, what law says I have to give the stuff back? Like, when I inherited the store, I inherited everything in the store, even though those weren't his to inherit. And that's the thing I keep saying. And that's when I bring that up, then his answer is, well, you can sue me then, you know? Yeah, every time he gets proven wrong, it just comes down to, okay, sue me then.
We just missed it. We just had a rough fall. Dude, how did you just eat that fall so effortlessly and just get right back up?
I've been rollerblading, dude. I've been taking some gnarly falls rollerblading.
I don't think the camera's capturing it, but...
Yeah, probably not. It never does. When I found out how hard it was for Brian to...
That's why he fell.
Yeah. Bad too, according to Brent.
He's like, hey, man, you took it like a champ.
Yeah. I mean, he got waterboarded in McCamey, man.
Yep.
So, you know, I guess he's used to this shit.
Yeah, I guess so. Yeah, he's just like, yeah, fuck it.
sue this company. If he tries to sue them, they know how to drag it out in court in order to make it more expensive than the Lego set's worth. So then even if he wins the court case, he'll just lose money on court. Like he'll still be at a net negative, if that makes sense.
Yeah. What's their motivation?
So before this, Joshua Johnson and Eamon both had previous businesses. Eamon's was called Legally Mine.
He ran a company called Legally Mine, a business that helped people protect their assets from lawsuits. His entire professional career is built around finding legal ways to hold on to things. His partner, Joshua Johnson, has a background in asset protection as well.
The irony is that if you look at how Bricks and Minifigs has handled this whole situation, pointing to the franchise, distancing corporate from the franchisee's obligations, and hiding behind arbitration clauses, that's not a coincidence. That's the exact playbook Legally Mine sold to clients. What's interesting is their court records show Eamon McNeff and his brother Matt filed a lawsuit against their own father over control of Legally Mine. The case was eventually dropped before any ruling was made. Around the same time, Legally Mine was shut down
Yeah, we're gonna have to finish that at some point. Yeah.
by the Ohio Attorney General in 2025. Whether or not those things are connected to what happened to Brian Mansell and the Legos is for you to decide.
If you look at both of their careers and their past history,
real quick,
Joshua
John?
Johnson was in asset.
Yeah.
Not to mention just the Legally Mine stuff, but like some of the stuff that we've seen with the way they handle their franchisee owners. Like what is it, the Messers with Relic, with Crystal? You know what I mean? With Brian, like it's a repeated pattern that they have. You know.
Yep.
So.
Yep, they're always looking for a reason.
Mm-hmm.
Protection. And same with Eamon. It's like his Legally Mine company is like, I'm going to find a way to make this legally mine. So I think they just have fun with like stealing things. I don't know. If I had to guess, I don't know. I literally think they just have made careers out of stealing things, and it's just fun for them to like, I found a legal loophole and able to make your stuff my stuff.
Ben's description isn't exactly accurate. The company wasn't about taking things. It was actually a legitimate.
Yeah, that's something I've addressed in a previous video or stream before too. That Legally Mine, their thing was just asset protection. They've never been like reported for any kind of
theft or anything.
You know, theft or using the legal system to take something from other people. It's just protecting. It's their ways of protecting assets that people already have, essentially. Now, does that mean that, you know, that doesn't mean though that they haven't, because of the fact that they work doing that kind of stuff, I'm pretty sure they know about laws that they probably could use to protect themselves to try to get stuff from other people. I mean, but that's speculation though, right? There's nothing on record, but I wouldn't be surprised. Again, like I said, they're at least knowledgeable enough about the law to know how to navigate it, to
know how to break the law. Is that what you're saying?
To protect themselves, right? To protect themselves.
To use the law to break the law, John.
To use the law to break the law, yeah, I guess, or to protect themselves. Yeah, sure, they're at least savvy enough on certain business laws enough to like shield them from certain things. So
yes, sir.
Asset protection firm, teaching businesses how to legally shield themselves from lawsuits.
They told you that you should just sue them. They're kind of egging you on. You decided that you were going to hang up the sign on their outside their store saying we steal from old people.
Well, yeah, basically my whole career has just been give them a taste of their own medicine, you know? I was like, well, if they're doing the illegal activity, like an illegal business move against Brian, and it's destroying Brian's life, but if we do an illegal business move against Bricks and Minifigs and have it destroy their life to see how they like it, we can just bully them the same way they're bullying Brian.
And
like
there's his mindset.
Would just say, hey, go to the franchise. We can't control our franchises in the
yeah, that's not
that's his mindset.
Because again, we've seen the pattern that they employ with their franchisees, with their own franchisees, especially if they think that their franchisees are going to leave.
Well, like on top of that, I'm just saying, like, it kind of just proves to me that Ben doesn't have maliciousness or malicious intent. You know, he's like, I'm gonna give you what you're doing back to you. You know,
yeah.
Like I don't even think he's trying to hide it. I don't even think he's like, I'm gonna do an illegal business move back on you. Like, you see how you just said that?
Yeah, just to see how so you can see how it feels. Yeah.
Yeah, and that's why. Yeah.
Go.
No, please.
No. Go ahead. I actually didn't mean to press the play.
No. You know, that's why I say what I say. When I'm like, you know, they don't give him much option to do anything, and like they deserve it. They fucking deserve it. As with many people that we found out that they're doing this to, they deserve this shit. Like, I don't know, whatever. It's probably too bold for me to say, but.
No, I agree. I think they need to learn their lesson. There needs to be accountability so that they stop doing that, right? Because again,
especially the AFPD, John, that they're crazy too. Like,
yeah, freaking wild. Yeah, I think especially like in the case of like that's what I said. Like, especially in the case of the messers, right? You see that they changed up how they approach things from that point on, at least in 2 other instances that we know of, right? That being Relic and that being Crystal's case, right?
And what would have been the messers?
And
because
the messers,
remember they sent to Relic, it's Dear Mr. and Mrs. Messer.
Yep. That's what I'm saying. I think they were going to do the same exact thing to them. The reason why they couldn't is because, again, they weren't the ones getting the drop on somebody. They had somebody get the drop on them. That being the messers. The messers were already lawyered up. They were ready. They were the ones being like, "Hey, we're leaving you guys." Yeah. And they scrambled. And I think that they were going to send that letter to the messers. They were going to send that letter to messers, but once they realized, like, oh shit, well, we got to switch gears and we got to try to see if we could get them on something else. When they realized the messers had lawyered up and we're handling things, appropriately, and anytime Eamon said something, they were like, "Hey, talk to our lawyers." They're like, well, we're not getting anywhere with this. Maybe there's something else that we could find that we could use against them. And then they tried suing them, and obviously that didn't go their way. So
I think so too.
Hey, corporate told us to do this. Go to corporate. They just bounce back each other. So I was like, we could just do the same thing back to them. Like all of their bad business moves, we just Uno reverse card it back onto them and see how they like it.
So Ben decides to fight fire with fire. He sets up a real legally registered company called We Steal from Old People and lists bricks and minifigs as the tagline above it. In America, there's no law that your tagline has to go beneath your company name. So technically, from a legal perspective, the sign outside the door that Ben had up was not defamation, just interesting graphic design. He also started selling merchandise outside the storefront. Mugs, t-shirts, necklaces, essentially running a competing business right on their doorstep. The whole point was to mirror every tactic bricks and minifigs used against Brian and turn it onto them. So that's where you got the idea to put the sign outside their store?
Basically what we're thinking is like, what's the easiest way to like just piss them off? And we're like, let's steal their name, It could like start a lawsuit, which would piss them off. And then we'll just do the same thing. We'll drag it out in court, put the blame on our lower franchises. We'll just do all this same stuff they're doing back to us, So yeah, we ended up printing out a sign that says like "We Steal from Old People." It was the wrong size, unfortunately. You can like see it in the background of the video as we're like selling stuff outside their store. It's just like kind of like wrapped in on itself. It was like not good. The whole thing with the channel is if at first you don't succeed, try again. So we did, and we came back and we put a bigger sign over later. But that's kind of a spoiler for the end. That's the cool thing about our channel is every time we mess up, we just find out where we went wrong, and then we just like 10x it for the next attempt. I was selling stuff outside the store. We had like mugs. Oh, I think we have one left over still. Let's see.
Wait, so this right here is a...
So they're in Ben's house now? He's in Ben's house now?
Yeah, they're in like some office space looking thing. Yeah.
It's hilarious.
Yeah.
One of one.
It was like one of like 6. I think we had like 6 of them probably. And I sold like 5 while I was outside their store. And this is the only one that didn't sell.
Legendary cup. So yeah, you're posted up outside of their business selling your own merchandise.
Yeah, it says bricks and minifigs, we steal from old people. What bricks and minifigs doesn't know is that when we go to court that's when we make our grand reveal. We steal from old people is actually the company name. Then bricks and minifigs is actually just the tagline. Yeah, they called the cops on us and I've already been trespassed. Like if I leave before they sue me, then the whole plan's gone. So I was like, how do we still get them to sue me and me not leave the scene? So I had someone else whose name was Ben. His name was Ben too. We had the exact same outfit on. We did like a switcheroo. This is now a legal term called a switcheroo. So we did a switcheroo, which is the legal way we avoided the cops. And he ended up talking to the cops as I got away. I tried to swim across the river.
The legal way.
With the cop.
Oh my goodness. Ben is one of a kind, dude.
That's what I'm saying. I'm like, he wasn't super duper reckless. That's what I'm saying. It's like that was kind of well planned out. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah. This video for once a kryptonite is asking if this is old. So this video actually, this is a new video that was just released, but Brandon Buckingham did the interview right before Ben got the initial TRO.
Yeah.
So, but Brandon Buckingham just released it. And that's probably why he didn't release it sooner, was because, the whole stuff with the TRO, he probably thought it was safe to release now, but it is what it is. Things turned out the way they turned out. So
but it was too cold. The cops called me and we did the same thing back on them. It was sick. And they're like, but who, like, we need to talk to the person in charge. And then Ben's just like, oh, you can talk to corporate. He's like, I don't know. I can't give you his name, but if you want to talk to him, here you go. And I'm like, this is corporate. And we just didn't tell him. Like, basically Uno reversed them and they were like pissed off, you know? It's like, haha, this is what you've been doing to us the whole time, you know?
Introduce them to the bureaucratic mess.
I told the CEO, I was like, he's like, this is not the way you do this. I'm like, I can't control my franchises.
I mean, whatever, like, my like franchises do like underneath me, I guess that's like I can't really control them. I'm just corporate, I guess.
Are you a registered franchise?
Yeah.
You guys have FDDs and everything else?
Yeah.
What states are you registered in?
Oregon.
You're a registered franchise, or so.
Yeah, fucking
The CEO of this company knows pretty much better than anyone that he can't get us in trouble for what we're doing because we can always just keep passing the blame onto our lower franchises. And then he's like, I see what you're doing.
Well played.
I get what you're doing.
Good job.
I appreciate that you think you're being very clever.
Because I mean, at the end of the day, like we just stole his method. You know, like he
was so mad through that mustache.
Oh yeah, bro. You get the fumes, bro. The fumes.
Mm-hmm. He's like, these little fuckers, man.
It's like, son of a bitch. Like fucking, I heard his thoughts. You know, he said that in his head.
Mm-hmm.
Had this like technique of I guess how they get away with crimes and stuff, and so we just did the same thing back to them. And he's like, okay, you guys are gonna play the same way we're playing. He's like, okay. And so it kind of really is like the perfect battle, you know, because like he's like an unstoppable like loophole force for bad, and I'm like an unstoppable loophole force for good. And now we're just like going at it. And it's like the perfect like war, you know. I'm just like some stupid person. I don't really know what like civil crimes are and like criminal crimes. So I did a lot of research. Like, okay, defamation, you know, that's like a civil crime. There's like criminal crimes. I was like just reading through like the thousands of crimes that are criminal crimes, you know, just looking to see if they committed any of these, you know. Stealing from a lottery was a criminal crime in Oregon. Well, what if we just do a lottery, you know, like if we sell one of his sets in a lottery, then they'll have stolen from a lottery, they'll have committed a criminal crime, and it's like black and white, the police have to arrest them, you know. Everyone was telling me, they're like, dude, no way the police arrest them. I'm like, why not? And they're like, I don't know, they probably don't know the law. So I was like, okay, I'll pull out the Oregon law book. So I literally got the Oregon law book. It's in my room and I can pull it out. I need another conference too. We got the Oregon law book, Oregon revised statutes, Volume 4 of the criminal procedure crimes. So this isn't civil crimes. This is the criminal law book of Oregon. We circled, I mean, you can see all this stuff we highlighted in here. We highlighted it. We circled all the crimes that they broke. They have broken a criminal crime. The police are required to investigate this now. The first officer, he's like, yeah, you're right. He's like, let's do a police investigation on this. And that's when you can see in the footage, the cop like whispers something in the other guy's ear, you know, and then they were talking for like 30 seconds, like privately. And then they were just like, oh, you guys are trespassed. Nope, not doing this criminal case anymore. Like, you guys got to get out or else you're getting in handcuffs is what they said. And we're like, what? But they just did a criminal crime. We haven't done anything illegal. Like, shouldn't you be arresting the criminals? And they're like, nope, we're arresting you guys. I'm like, why? And then they just left. This is when Josh finally tells us he's going to give us the Legos back. Cause I think we've just been, cause I like called Josh and he's like, you know, you just committed this criminal crime. The police will be arresting you soon. And this is when he's finally like, okay, like you just gotta apologize and give us these like reviews and stuff. So like all of us, we made like a 5-star review on the Lego website. I think mine's still on. You can like see it. I was like, Amanda was so patient with me. She was very understanding and the best employee ever. And so we just made like 6 positive reviews. We're like, hey, we canceled out your negative reviews. Like, and then I did like the deep fake thing and we gave him an apology. And then he's like, okay, I'll give him back. Now you just gotta apologize to Amanda. And I'm like, well, but we can't go back. We're already trespassed. I just like plan like he doesn't actually want to give us the Legos back. He's just trying to get us arrested.
Now he's playing a bit of 3D chess.
On video, you can see he gives us permission. He's like, yep, you can go back. You give me permission to go into the store to apologize to her, to make peace. Sure, yeah. And then we go back, we do the whole like peace treaty thing because we want it to be like.
See, that's the thing. It's like, I'm wondering if it would have served him to show her like, hey, look, he gave me permission to come back.
Well, dickhead Josh fucking probably didn't know they were recording him.
Yeah, of course. Yeah,
I'm just fucking past behavior.
Yeah.
Official, you know, like we have a peace treaty, you know, immediately we walk in. I mean, I was like, I'm calling the police on you guys. So I think it was a trap. Like they were like, hey, If you go back, you're going to get arrested. And then you can see, because they had a month to give us the Legos back. And every day they're like, oh, we'll give it back tomorrow. We'll give it back tomorrow. We'll give it back tomorrow. Every day for a month. And they never gave it back. I mean, that's been this whole video, is them just trying to make up ways to get us in jail. And that way they don't have to give the stuff back.
In the moment, are you maybe thinking that these guys have a little bit of good faith and are actually possibly going to give you the Legos back?
I mean, yeah, I always like to give people the benefit of the doubt. Yeah, no, we genuinely thought we were getting the Legos back. We were like, yeah, and that's why we were like kind of disappointed in that clip. Dang, there was so much stuff we still wanted to do, you know? I didn't think someone could swear on God and everything and break that promise.
You know, was it a surprise at all to find out that Brandon and Josh were Mormon?
Poor Ben.
Ben is too pure. Ben is. What was it that I would always tell Steve, Aura? Let's see if you remember.
You're too precious for this world.
Yep.
Is that what it is? Yeah.
Yep. Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't know people would use God's name to lie. I'm like, yeah, Ben, liars are liars.
Ben is too precious for this world.
Yeah.
He's too precious for this world. Oh, man.
Yeah, dude, that was crazy. I think in Mormonism, it's like super wrong to steal. They've made their whole careers out of just stealing from people. They're either Mormons and are masochists, or they're fake Mormons. It's one or the other. It can't be anything else, I don't think.
After every direct approach failed, the police, the DA, the good faith conversations, and the lottery, Ben and his team came up with one more move.
Ben and 9 of his friends all purchased $10,000 worth of Brian's Lego collection, totaling $100,000.
By purchasing parts of it, they were then able to file individual lawsuits against Bricks and Minifigs.
Each person is just individually suing for their section of the debt that Bricks and Minifigs owes them, which is totally legal. It's not claim splitting.
Making each of them a separate victim with their own legal standing to sue. 10 individual small claims cases filed against Bricks and Minifigs simultaneously.
We file motion for default judgment. They get the papers and then immediately just close down the store.
I couldn't believe it. Literally one day after we filed motion for default judgment, they permanently closed down the store.
They say that they closed it down just because of your antics.
Yeah, they said that because they were being harassed by us, they closed down the store.
But I'm not buying it.
Yeah, I don't know.
They're scared of the legal stuff.
So we went to their houses and we had to have what's called a good faith conversation before suing them. Hey, we know you closed down the store to avoid being sued by us. We are just going to sue you personally, so we can talk it out, or we can just sue you again. What do you want? Brandon was dead silent, didn't answer me. You're not going to answer, I guess. We'll just sue you then. That legally counted as a good faith conversation. So
you're one of the only people that I know personally. We're third.
Yeah, he just sit there and stared.
Brandon's like, yeah, never speaks. He's like the mute, you know, like, oh.
Oh, man.
30, by the way. But, you know, as 30-year-olds, you don't know that many people who've been in lawsuits. How do you feel about, you know, actually trying to, in good faith, use the legal system? Because it seems quite difficult.
Dude, it's so boring. Oh my gosh, I hate the legal system. It is. There's like some really interesting parts about it. I had to do like all the paperwork for 10 lawsuits, like the proof.
I love his sincerity.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
It's a breath of fresh air, so.
Like it was just stupid amount of work. The like legal games, I like that. I like finding the loopholes and stuff. I just hate like doing like the busy work, you know? Dude, the court system's so stupid. Like, why can't you just email them or call them like you're going to court? Like, why do you have to physically serve them in person? Like, it makes no sense.
It's odd, isn't it? Like, it's literally weird.
Yeah, and then they can just be like, oh, I don't want service. And I'm like, well, then how do I take you to court? Like, the whole court system literally makes zero sense, I feel like.
That's when I was watching your video, that's what really stood out to me. I was like, bro, that's crazy that this is the actual legal system.
Yeah.
Like, you think that you were just messing around.
Well, that was kind of part of the joke, too, is we're like, let's just follow the legal system. I'm just going to his house to serve papers.
You just found some random girl that could serve papers on Instagram. What was going through your head when the cop was explaining that you should do exactly what you were doing while insisting that you're doing the wrong thing?
I kept just asking him, like, hey, what's Josh's side of the story? And it just seemed like the cops didn't really know what was going on, because they like came back and they're like, I've never seen these papers. They kept saying the court case was fake. And once they verified it was real, that's when they finally arrested me.
Well, it's very unfortunate that Ben is being hit with charges.
Yep. Funny how that all happened. And that's the thing, again, as we've seen, if you guys have been watching the last couple streams, for those of you that are joining us here for the first time, the past two streams, we've been going over all the blunders that the AFPD has done in regards to how they violate, you know, people's civil rights, and how they don't really, they don't really know what to do. in a lot of instances, and when they get challenged on certain things that they're not necessarily well prepped or educated on, they default to some really dumb shit.
They lose their shit. They literally don't know how to fucking control themselves.
They get
flustered. They use their position to just punish you, like, oh, what can we fucking get on them? Oh, obstruction,
Yep. They get flustered, and then they just scramble to find a reason to charge people, which is insane. Yeah. And we saw that a lot yesterday. And again, and one of the people that was involved in this Ben case, that being Lieutenant Adamson, on the phone told another officer, he's like, oh, just cite her with obstruction. They wanted to cite a woman with obstruction
for not opening the door to her home.
For not opening the door to her home, which she didn't legally have to at all, because when they showed up to her house, they didn't have a warrant.
So there's no obstruction.
Yeah, there's no obstruction. All they had to do was leave the citations on the doorstep or right there, between the doorknob and the door frame. You know what I mean? How some people leave papers sometimes. They could have just left it right there and just called it a day. And what's funny is that when the husband of the woman that they were trying to give these citations to started trying to get a hold of all this documentation, all of a sudden it wasn't available. It disappeared. Nowhere to be found.
Just like, it's going to come up. Let me not spoil it. I know everybody probably knows it if they've seen this already. But no, that's a pattern of the American fork, like hiding their fuck ups in a sense. One could speculate it might not be the case, but it just happens too often that, it conveniently protects them that I can't
It happens too often to ignore.
Pretty much. Exactly. Yeah. And then, what is it? Yeah, they charged into that woman's house. Yeah, they charged into the woman's house.
Yeah, that was definitely the most egregious example of them just like doing stuff, just a straight up civil rights violation. That was
with no warrant. They had no warrant. They wanted to serve a citation.
Yeah, they wanted to give a citation. They didn't have to come in. The woman
put their hands on her.
The door. Yep, they put their hands on her, and that case is still in litigation. Yeah, that is still in litigation right now. That case. So, and I'm pretty sure that once again, because of all the attention that the American Fork Police Department is getting, that case, I have a feeling that there's going to be a lot more things in that case are going to expedite a little bit too. I get a sense. I get the feeling that that's what's going to happen in that case. So
same.
But let's continue on with this video here.
Lawsuits and dealing with corrupt police officers. Just like not all police officers are the same, is the same exact reason that Morgan & Morgan is America's largest injury law firm. Morgan & Morgan have been fighting for the people for over 35 years, which is longer than your boy has been alive on this earth. And in that time, they have recovered over $30 billion for
I was just about to say
hiring Morgan & Morgan is like hiring an army to go into battle. They have more than 1,000
ahead here.
people.com to the video.
It sucks. I went out and talked to Josh earlier, but I didn't want to be rude. I was like, he's like on the phone with someone. Turns out he was on the phone with the police. I thought he was just on the phone with like corporate, If I come in while he's on the phone, he's probably just gonna get super pissed and like, I wanted his full attention. He's gonna be like distracted. He's like, hey, Ben, blah, blah, blah. Like, and he could use his phone call as a reason to not talk to me. Like, I'm on the phone, like, don't talk to me. So I thought waiting until his phone call ended was the best thing to do, So I was like, okay, I'll wait for his phone call. But then before he gets off the phone, the police show up. I think what happens is he's on the phone with the police.
I would have been like, hey, what's up?
Yeah.
See if he would have wrapped up the phone call.
Yeah.
Already. And then he's like, this mysterious car showed up. I bet it's Ben Schneider. I think one of my favorite parts was when they're like, this is a civil matter, so you just have to handle it civilly. And they're like, he doesn't want your papers, you just have to figure it out civilly. And I'm like, this is the civil method, like to do it civilly, you have to serve. They're like, well, then just sue him then. I'm like, that's what we're doing. Like, well, this is the civil method. Like, to do it civilly, you have to sue. Yeah, but this is like stalking him. So just take him to court and handle it civilly. Like, but this is a circle.
There's no other way to do it.
Probably in some of the body cam footage, but I'm like, if we take him to court for not being able to sue him, then we will be back here tomorrow to sue him for not being able to sue him. Like, how does that make any sense? We should have just not asked questions and then come back the next day to sue him for not being able to sue him. Like, hey, we're just doing what the police told us. Like, this is literally, we're following the instructions. But
the police are just
siding with his word over yours.
Yeah.
Like, and he's just blatantly lying.
They're
Once they
obstructing.
found out,
They're obstructing service.
Yeah, and that is a for sure. Now we've seen, especially with the videos that have come out, that is definitely a pattern of behavior with the American Fork Police Department, that they will just side with the person that's initially making the complaint. They won't hear the other side. I mean, there was one police officer inside the station when the crazy eyes lady went into the station that told her, like, well, we're gonna have to get their side too. You know what I mean?
The Thorpe incident.
Yeah, and that seemed to be like the only reasonable guy there, but like all the other cops were just like taking this woman's side. You know, they were taking the crazy eyes woman's side just because she's the one that was making the phone calls to the police, and she seemed like unhinged. She seemed like a total Karen.
out that it was a real court case, like they know it's a lie now and they know that it is real, but they still chose to arrest me. Even so, you can't even say that they were just listening to his lies.
When the police were ineffective at serving the papers,
What was that? Gonna peek at it? It kind of puts me in a little bit of bind. It's fake.
Ben explored other methods to convince Josh to return the Legos. One method was employing a random Mormon kid to go to his house and ask him in good faith to return them.
Josh is never going to listen to anything I ever tell him. But if someone from his church heard this audio, maybe he would listen to them. So after finding exactly what church these guys go to, we went to it and showed one of the Mormons there this audio clip. And the Mormon thought that the best thing to do was to have a talk with Josh to save him from going to this outer darkness.
Did you know that, John? Did you know that? That they went to his church?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I was aware because even though Josh lies and says this,
he's a fake Mormon.
Mormon, the kid doesn't go to his church. Now it's possible that Josh, because it's a big church, right? It looks like a big church. It's possible that Josh has never seen the guy before, right? That's certainly possible. But it's, you don't know that. Oh, he's a fake Mormon. It's just like, you don't know, dude.
They trespass his ass too. That's funny.
They trespass him. Oh, and not only that, remember what I told you? Officer Tonga tells this kid too the same line that we all know, right? Chat knows what it is. We do things differently here.
Yeah.
He makes sure to let this Mormon kid know that they do things differently there in American Fork.
Our goal was to like actually get Josh to listen to him and be like, oh, maybe this is a sin. Maybe I can give the Legos back and go to heaven. You know, like if he is a real Mormon, that's what a real Mormon would do, right? Is acknowledge that they're sinning, do the right thing, and see if they can go to heaven, you know? So I legitimately thought that was a way to get the Legos back and also help Josh from going to the outer darkness. Like, I really thought that was going to work, but it didn't work. And then that's when the cops pulled us over for heroin.
This is where things get disturbing. Ben and his crew got pulled over by local police. The officers claimed...
Is Brandon Buckingham at a water park?
Yeah, I think so, yeah.
It's hilarious.
probable cause to search
There's Officer
the
Tom.
car and spent 3 hours looking for heroin that was never there. Ben wasn't allowed to film, and the body cam footage he later obtained had the audio redacted. The same police department had already been intervening repeatedly on Johnson's behalf, preventing Ben from serving him papers, arresting him for doing nothing illegal, and issuing a protective order for Johnson against Ben.
Letting them go cannot be an option here, guys. Like, there's got to be something for cyber stalking, bullying, like all of the different things. Like, there's got to be something to arrest them and send a message that this is not appropriate. This is not okay.
The public was so outraged at the American Fork Police Department that they held
Got to send a message.
Yeah, well said, Eamon. Good job.
Got to send a message.
protest against them, which Reckless Ben showed up to in a disguise.
Oh, okay. So wait a minute. So he did the interview beforehand, but I guess this past weekend, I guess he edited more stuff into it. Pretty cool.
Mm-hmm.
Did you have any idea that you'd be getting arrested?
No, dude. I didn't think there was a chance of me getting arrested. Well, first off, I thought you had to do something illegal to get arrested, was like my thought. But if I get arrested for not doing something wrong, it's kind of epic. Almost like a modern day Rosa Parks type of thing, you know, where it's like, oh, I got falsely arrested. Now we're going to get the public outraged, you know?
Well, it just shows the power that the police have when it is not used properly. It's insane what they can do to you.
Well, a little inside information, I guess. When I was in jail, there was one other woman that was in jail with me, and she got arrested for paying too much for toilet paper at Walmart. And so they arrested her for taking toilet paper she did not pay for, even though she overpaid and paid for the more expensive one. Like, this is probably a daily thing in this where they just arrest people for whatever reason. You know what I mean? It was probably a good thing I got arrested because now we're making it public.
And it seems like there's like nothing that's going to be done to these police in Utah. Like, unless they all lose their job, they're kind of just getting away with it, right?
I think this has like gotten too big now where they can't like hide it anymore.
I'd like to address the members of our American Fork
Oh, yeah, we all remember this.
Videos currently circulating on social media.
He looks like he's in a
These videos are
spaceship,
affiliated
John.
with an influencer.
Yeah.
He looks like he got beamed up into a spaceship. You know, like that's what it looks like to me. It's like blinding white. What the fuck were they thinking?
He's probed.
All those public relations courses didn't help.
No, not at all.
On YouTube and other social media platforms and stem from a dispute involving Legos that originates in the state of Oregon. Mr. Johnson reported to Officer Tonga that he believed the male was an individual named Benjamin Snyder.
I think a lot of the people in like American Fork too are like really tired of their police situation. It's like the cops way or no way. It's like whatever the cops want, that's how it goes, kind of is the vibe I feel like down there.
The police said to you word for word, "We play differently around here." Was that what it was?
We play differently here.
Look at what fucking monkey in chat, bro.
Chief Whisper using his temple voice and back. Yeah, probably. Yep, probably.
His temple voice. Sorry.
Makes sense?
Yeah. We play differently around here. Yeah, it was word for word. Yeah.
That is not something a cop should be saying.
No, all cops should play the same. They should just play fair.
And he said it more than once, by the way. He said it to the Mormon kid, too.
Mm-hmm.
In the body cam footage, which unfortunately that body cam footage got yeeted off of the Bam Sucks YouTube channel. Although you can see it on one of our streams though. But
it lives here. Yeah.
Yeah. He said it to the Mormon kid as well.
Yeah.
What is it? I also think it's funny. I also just think it's like it's kind of funny because Tonga says that thing. I think he thinks it sounds badass, but that's really gonna bite him. That we play differently shit. I want. He's gonna regret that shit. Like I know he is
for sure. If he isn't already, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. And so if most cops play fair and they play differently, that would make me feel like they play unfair.
No, it was definitely Tonga. He said it more than once.
Right? Like it has to get like this big of a story before something happens, Yeah. But even then, like it has become this big of a story and nothing's happened yet. This isn't going to be the biggest story on the internet. We can get away with like bullying these guys and and they pretty much are right. Like as long as it doesn't become the biggest news story, they're going to just be fine. The most annoying part about this, I reached in my phone to start recording and the cop's like, no, don't reach in your pocket. Like,
and then we'll be right. Don't reach in your pocket.
Don't film. And I'm like, can I film this? I have a right to film this, right? And he's like, our body cams are filming right now. He's like, you can get all of it. Just request the body cam. I'm like, I can't just film for like my own protection. He's like, no, you can't, or else like they were going to arrest me if I started filming. And then I get the body cam footage back and it's all redacted. So I'm like, what the heck? Because dude, they were saying some crazy stuff to me. Like, I'm like, could it be like, could the dog like have messed up or something? Like, could there be a reason why there's not drugs in here? He's like, no, like 100% we know there's drugs and we're not letting you go until we find them.
Even though we were passing every single drug test they gave us, they were still not going to let us go until we told them where the drugs were.
Your eyes, for example, right? There's a constriction, which is dilated, and then do you notice it? So I haven't been looking at this. Also,
that's Tonga right there.
Oh, look, yeah. You did see it? So it's crazy. I have no idea because I've never.
Dude, you know what that reminds me of? That reminds me of the clip from the Boondocks.
I was gonna say when you are talking about when the what slur guy and his friend went into the gas station and they're like, "Oh, officer, you have a gun," and he's like, "I don't have a gun." And he's like, "He has a gun." He's like, "I don't see the gun." And he's like, "Do you want to die, officer?"
He's like, "Officer, he has a gun." He goes, I think I see it now.
Yeah. And Riley's like, "He does not have a gun." And he's like, "He put down the gun." Yeah.
Relic, welcome.
What's up? I've been back here for 5 minutes. I'm like, I guess I'm just gonna F off.
I'm so sorry.
No, I was enjoying it.
I'm so sorry. I did not see.
Yeah, but it's basically the Boondocks. It's the Boondocks.
Welcome.
I think I see it now.
I think I see the gun. What an idiot.
It's just like this. Like, do you see it? He's like, Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, sheesh.
I think I do.
Never done any drugs in my life. I don't do drugs. I don't do alcohol. I've never done any of that in my life. I'm willing to do any drug tests. Like, I'm very cooperative. I don't understand what you're seeing in my eyes.
Not sure if you're lying to me or not, to be honest.
I'm willing to take any drug test you want.
Walking a very dangerous line, which can get you hemmed up a lot.
Spoken like a true heroin
You're gonna end
addict.
up in jail in Utah when you're from Cali. Okay. Not worth it, right?
Yeah. We have the most like
We played
stuff
differently
that
here. You saw it? You saw it? It flashed on there for a moment. We played
What?
differently here.
Yeah. Yeah.
It flashed on the screen for a second. It's like Brandon cut it off before he said it. He should just let it play.
Yeah.
Like, put these cops away in like jail for like forever probably, and then they just redact the audio. It's like what, and they don't let me film. It's like what the heck? I know you can always just like decline a search of your car, but they for some reason had probable cause to search our car. Like
Is that a snake on his neck? Oh,
That's
shoot.
the snake. He's got a snake. Look at his. Man.
All right.
didn't really give us an option. You know, it was like, we are searching your car. You don't have an option in this. They gave us a hard time, but they couldn't arrest us. So I thought for sure they were like planting something in the car, but they didn't. So I'll give them props on that.
So yeah, it is like crazy that we have to give props to the police for not planting heroin on you, because they could have easily just said you had heroin.
what
I'm
I
sure a
thought
bit
they
of a
were gonna do.
disheartening thing happened. It seemed like it took a bit of wind from your
We
sails,
have
right?
to give props to the police for not planting drugs on you. What the fuck? That's what it's come to.
It's like they're garbage, but they're not that garbage.
They could have been
The bar
worse.
is so low. Yeah, the bar is so low for them.
Sheesh.
Ridiculous.
Once we got this court case approved, it's like, let's serve him his court papers.
In person, when all this was happening, how obvious was it that the police were working with Bricks and Minifigs behind the scenes?
I don't know if they were necessarily working with Bricks and Minifigs. I think the police probably, just like what that lawyer said, like they see this businessman come out with a suit and a tie, you know, and he's like, I run this business. These kids from California come in are harassing me, you know? Like, I guess it is kind of a bad look. At the end of the day, like, this businessman stole a bunch of money. We had the proof he did it, and the police should just listen to the proof, you know? Also, in the unredacted footage, he mentions Mormonism a lot. He's like, I'm pretty high up Mormon, you know? Like, I'm on, like, the high-ranked council or something. I think you said
High council. Yep.
something like council, maybe.
I was sitting there just thinking about it. I went to church and came back.
The police look at him. He's like, oh, a nice church-going businessman getting harassed by these kids that don't even belong here. And they just took their side. In Mormonism, you have to pay 10% of your income to the Mormon church. Yeah, 10%. So if they're making like $1 million, it's $100,000 a year. So they're donating a lot of money, and the police are gonna be like, they donate a lot of money. Maybe we'll help them out. You know, I don't know. I'm just speculating, but
it's a maddening thing. And I saw something online that was really cool. I wanted to read to you. You know, you've done so many videos in the past that have been wild, and somebody posted online, they said the reason the Lego videos blew up when the others didn't is because instead of fighting cults, Ben's fighting the exact systems we're all fed up with.
like the whole thing was never really about Legos. It was kind of just about like legal loopholes and taking down a bad guy trying to bully a sick old man, you know? And then Legos is just like the medium, I guess.
We have the unredacted version of that now, and we can see that the police were literally like scheming.
We were just kind of laughing at how absurd the situation was. Like, I mean, you can kind of see in the footage too, like we turned the camera away and we just crack up laughing. It was like, is this real life? You know, like how is this a thing? You know, we're just like, this is so funny. I mean, I guess the only solution is they're trying to protect him, I guess, you know? And he has a protective order on him now from the police. So it's not even like a secret they're trying to protect him. Like they are actually trying to protect him. Like there's an actual protective order on him right now.
Yeah, like legally they are protecting him.
Yeah, the order on him against me is called a protective persons order for Joshua Johnson against me. So the police have admitted that they are protecting. Like that's not like a conspiracy. Like that is written in the law that the police are protecting Joshua Johnson.
Man, what could be done in your mind to fix it at this point?
Well, that's when we did like, hey, let's just do a GoFundMe.
With the legal system blocked at every turn, Ben started a GoFundMe to raise the money to reimburse Brian directly for the Legos that he was owed. By June 2026, it had raised close to $500,000. Then things escalated fast. Bricks and Minifigs filed a civil RICO lawsuit against Ben, Brian, and several associates, alleging defamation, harassment, and racketeering. The day after I finished filming this video with Ben, a Utah judge issued a restraining order against him. And around June 9th, the GoFundMe was temporarily taken down. But fortunately, it was reinstated the next day. That same day, Ben posted a video called My Final Message, saying he can no longer talk about bricks and minifigs without risking jail and losing the GoFundMe money for everyone involved. And what you just watched is the last known footage of Reckless Ben openly talking about the bricks and minifigs case before the lawsuit hit.
Basically, what the police said is, if you take Josh to court, we will arrest you before that happens. We're like, well, how are we gonna get the money back now? And that's when we basically just thought, like, let's just make a GoFundMe, you know? So that's kind of what I was thinking in jail, was like, I think a GoFundMe is like the only solution now, because if we can't take him to court, let's just raise the money from publicly. I was like, this is gonna be a crazy enough story. We can raise the money from publicly and get all the money for the family. Well, you kind of just have to, like Rosa Parks, that, you know, just let yourself get arrested and then make the public get outraged. And well, that's the beauty.
Oh, fuck.
These guys. Yeah.
Certain communities are not going to like that.
Doesn't really hurt your career.
I mean, it still has the potential.
Probably.
They're going to say, like, did he just say he's Rosa Parks of the Lego world?
Yeah. Yeah, they're probably going to run with that, but, you know.
Rosa Parks stole my thunder.
Destroyed, you know, like they're trying to put me in jail for I think 147 years. Yeah, they're giving me 2 life sentences over this. I guess the reason I'm getting away with this is because I have an audience, but for someone that doesn't have like a YouTube audience, like it would be like really hard for them to get away with this. And like doing the right thing for most people, it would destroy their life, which is crazy that like doing something good ends in your life being ruined, which is crazy. Immediately after I made the GoFundMe, they arrested my friend Sheldon, and then they swatted my house saying that I stole the Legos. But I think that was just an excuse. I think they just wanted me because I called Josh out in the GoFundMe. And eventually they actually ended up arresting me, and they said it was for the creation of the GoFundMe is why I got arrested.
Exactly.
Right after I mentioned this GoFundMe, the investigator wanted to leave the room.
Hang tight here, and then I'll be back with you.
So that was the second time you got arrested.
Yeah, in Utah, they have crowdfundophobia. It's a really rare condition. It's like super rare, but we just got really unlucky where someone in the American Fork Police Department had crowdfundophobia. And like, we have to be sympathetic for this because it's not his fault, you know, that he was born with this condition, but they are terrified of GoFundMes.
Is that where our story ends off? Pretty much at this point?
Kinda, yeah. And then, well, right when I got out of jail, they put another warrant for my arrest for some mystery reason. You'll find out about in episode 3. Cops started showing up at my house. They're actually still at my. I'm still not at my house right now because a cop is just like sitting there,
so
like,
John,
waiting for me to like go in and out.
Interesting.
You heard that hint? You heard that hint in part 3? They're going to make another reappearance somehow.
Yep. Yeah. But they're gonna.
Well, we did talk about before how like part 3 is really going to show more of the corruption of the police. Ammon and definitely Josh Johnson. Like those are the 3. Because like even in this video, I don't remember if you like right in the beginning he doesn't even mention Matt McNeff. He mentions Josh, Brandon, and Ammon.
Amen.
Yeah.
Amen.
And those 3 are for sure are the ones that are the biggest, you know, culprits and all that. Matt seems like a
deer in the headlights kind of dude, but like
I feel like he's just a useful idiot for his brother. You know what I mean?
He actually, you know, puts a little more detail about part 3 later. So yeah.
He seems like, as crazy as it sounds, he seems like the most sympathetic one by virtue of the fact that he just seems completely what's the word?
He's just on the short bus with them and he's getting flamed.
He seems completely oblivious to a lot of the bigger stuff that's going on. You know what I mean?
and you know, like we talked about
he's good.
No, yeah, like we talked about it where like I always want to see the good in people, but with all the things they've done, they with everything they did and screwed me over and doing this to Reckless Ben, like I can't believe in his word, but he did say to me that like he didn't know all the things that happened to me, which is you're an owner.
Yeah,
you own the business, so you should know. So regardless, it is still a bad look. And,
it's a terrible look because you should know exactly what you just said. Yeah, I mean you should
you should know when somebody's been screwed over by your company.
Yeah, the right hand should know what the left hand is doing and vice versa. But it seems like Eamon, like I said, Eamon kind of puppeteers a lot of stuff.
Well, where do you think they would have stopped? Where do you think they would have stopped if this wouldn't have blown up? When do you think they would have stopped? I don't think they would have.
No, I don't think
they would have. This is the beating that they need and deserve. Like, I don't think they were going to stop. They were well too practiced in doing it.
Yeah.
I've received some DMs about other store owners saying that like it happened not too long ago to them. I'm not gonna give a time frame because I don't want people going after these people, but yeah, like they were continuing doing this even during this whole lawsuit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think they ever would stop. I think this had to happen, and if it wasn't Ben to do it, this was going to blow up one way or another.
Yeah, somebody needed to basically lift the veil, right?
Pull the rug from under them.
Yeah, for sure.
One of my roommates just texted me like yesterday night, like the cop is back, like just sitting there waiting for you to come out, and yeah, the cops are waiting to get me. It's crazy.
I want to talk about how you got the unredacted footage.
At first, a bunch of people started calling the police station. The police said that they got hacked. Like I put in my video, I was like, the American Fork Police got hacked and we're going to review the footage. But I think they just said that because they were too embarrassed of what actually happened, which was they just leaked it themselves in accident. But the official narrative at the beginning from the American Fork Police was they got hacked. So then the public comes out and they're like, no, you actually didn't get hacked. You guys are lying to us again. You guys leaked it. Here's the proof. And they were actually able to prove that. Because I guess if they get hacked, then we can't use the footage, because it's like, oh, this is not public. But if they leak it, even if it's an accident for them, it still counts as an official documents being released. My phone number got leaked. So
good shit.
Yep.
Well, besides that part, but yeah.
It wouldn't be admissible if it was obtained through illegal means. But the thing is, it wasn't obtained through illegal means because they themselves released it.
It was obtained through incompetence.
It was obtained through
somebody pressed the Control Alt button,
or they just copy pasted everything, right? Copy pasted all, and hit upload. So, yeah.
Number got leaked.
So I've been hanging out.
What happened, again?
I just said, I wonder where we got that idea.
Out with you the past 2 days, and we've been taking calls from random fans.
Yeah, are you been calling me? Yeah, it's been sick.
And they've been very nice.
Yeah, I like talking to them. They're sick, dude. First, it was it's slowed down now, but it was like every 3 minutes I was getting a new call. I couldn't call anyone, but I'll probably just end up changing it, I guess. But it's been fun talking to fans though, dude. Someone invited us to their birthday. That was sick. I have the best fans in the world. So,
how do you feel about Bricks and Minifig's initial response to the context of everything that has happened since?
I mean, it's just the same stuff they've always been doing. Oh, we'll give Brian his Legos back. I mean, they say that, but it's been almost a month now and they still haven't given the Legos back. So it's like, you can see a pattern here, they're going to say, oh, we'll do the right thing. So, but here's the thing is actions speak louder than words. They say they're going to do the right thing and no one believes it. It's just do the right thing. Why say you're going to do the right thing if you're not going to do it? Just do it, and then that will speak louder than your words,
How tired are you of hearing them say, we're going to give Brian his Legos back?
I'm not tired of it. I think it's hilarious. The more they say it and the more they don't do it, it just makes them look worse. I think it's hilarious. Every time they say it, I just give myself a little check. I'm like, haha, and I guess they said it again.
We're happy to give you your stuff back. I want to give it back to him. That's the long and the short of it. I'm happy to give you the inventory. Give the inventory to Brian and give him back.
They're all fucking Josh.
You don't just want to give the Legos back?
How do you feel about the seat?
Well, think about it. It's not just Josh too. It's Eamon saying oh, we want to try to, fix things with Brian and stuff like that.
Well, Eamon stated that we feel like we did everything we could to rectify the situation. It was very lawyer talk, but
Eamon fucking said that he wanted to come to the table while suing Brian. So fuck that guy too. He's crazy.
Yeah, I mean, Eamon's just as bad, like I said.
CEO of Patreon personally coming forward and supporting you.
Dear creator community, my name is Jack Conti, and I'm the CEO and co-founder of Patreon. This is the verified complaint with exhibits. So after an extensive review and...
Just for the record, Jack Conti's a piece of shit too, but I will give him his flowers for doing this.
Doing the right thing.
He's not a good dude. He's not a good dude by any means.
When I first watched this video, I thought, okay.
But it was a smart PR move, though. I will give him that. It was a smart PR move on Jack Conti's part to do this because by comparison, obviously, it makes him. He's like, well, I'm a piece of shit, but these guys are bigger pieces of shit. So,
well, keep in mind, his platform. A lot of content creators use it. He knows internet etiquette. He knows what would happen.
Oh yeah, no, he would have gotten slaughtered for sure. And but the thing is that doesn't change the fact that Conti has
history.
deplatformed a lot of people for really dumb reasons too.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So he's not a good guy, but like I said, I'll give credit where it's due.
He did something good.
He gets the W.
He did one good thing, and he at least, he was smart enough to take advantage and make it a good like PR move for his platform. So I'll give him that.
Investigation by Patreon's Trust and Safety team. We have, in fact, unfortunately determined that Bricks and Minifigs can stuff it.
He has to take him down because there's the court order. So I was like, oh shoot, dude. Like, he's like, unfortunately. I'm like, oh no. And then he's like, Bricks and Minifigs can stuff it. And I was like, yes. But like for a second there, my heart like dropped, dude. I was like, oh my God, like felt like I just died. I was like, oh no. He definitely got me there for a second.
And I think everybody on the internet, like universally, is happy that he reacted the way he did. Like he did the right thing.
Not universally. Bricks and Minifigs is pretty pissed, but
everyone was down. But you've already been through so much with these Legos. You've been arrested. You've been accused of having heroin on you, and then you get swatted.
But I had no clue that it was about to get way worse.
Oh my
And
God!
This is where it gets like so excessive too. This whole thing and the fact that it was a search warrant, and they again another instance where
that they knew the owner too. They happened to just know the owner, and
Yep.
the owner happened to just mention something about Legos, and just, everything just fell into place. Yeah, right.
Yeah, everything is so bad.
Because it shows you're not even safe getting a fucking Airbnb there, bro.
Issues, but
it's so bad.
You didn't make any movement at all.
What I ended up finding out after watching like the unredacted body cam stuff is he's like, make sure no one's filming inside, like do whatever you can, like they're going to try to film, but make sure they don't film, Before we enter the property, the cop warns all the other police officers to make sure we are not filming. Hey, they're probably going to be quick to film. They're probably going to be quick to pull their phones out, so just be aware of that. We're allowed to film police officers, like that's not allowed,
Totally legal.
And so I'm just filming like on my phone, like not super nonchalant. I'm just kind of holding my phone like this, like not looking at my phone. I just recorded just to get the audio of everything. And once he sees I'm filming, then he like moves my arm up. So I think he's like, it's punishment for filming. I'm going to manhandle you. You know what I mean? Which is super illegal for the police to do. Like you're not allowed to punish someone for filming. Maybe in North Korea you can, but not in America. That's super illegal in America. At the end, he admits he's like, dude, the guy was filming, but I stopped it, and it's like a main kid.
Yeah, that's Adamson, by the way. The guy who arrested Sheldon.
And then,
I shut it off.
Yeah.
Yep, the guy, obstruction guy.
Yes, there you go. That's what I was going to say. The obstruction man.
Yep, that's him.
But very illegal for the police officer to do that. Like we have a right to film the police, so
we're gonna ask some questions, some fan questions. As you guys know, as always, the extended cut of this video is on my Patreon, and if you want to see all of the questions, that'll be in the extended cut on the Patreon. So, are you in touch with any of the other franchises that may have been stolen in the same way?
I've only interviewed one of them so far because I've been so busy. But
on future projects, with all the new knowledge on law and being in touch with so many lawyers, do you feel now that you have more tools, or do you feel more constrained?
No, I feel I have way more tools now. Yeah, it's been sick. All like the best lawyers have been reaching out, so I feel way more secure now for sure.
Are you in touch at all with lawyers for your defense, or are you winging it?
I wanted to wing it. I thought it'd be hilarious, but then it turns out if I wing it, I'll probably get at least like 20 years in jail.
Ben, tell me about
solid, good math. Good math.
I like the honesty.
Yeah. Last thing you want to do, especially with the charges they're trying to get him on and stuff like that, you don't want to wing it and represent yourself.
You got to take it seriously. Yeah.
Even other lawyers will hire lawyers for themselves in court.
Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Conquers the cat.
The Airbnb. Yeah, everyone's obsessed with that cat.
How do you think having 1 million subscribers will change the way you operate in your investigations?
Absolutely nothing. I'm just always going to do the same stuff. I feel like no matter how famous I get or however not famous I get, maybe I can get an editing team. That's the only thing that I would ever change.
What's going on with all of the false threats that Amon told the police that you had called in?
Watch episode 3.
All right. Ben has court in just a few hours.
Well, it's just for summary or discovery. Basically, we're just seeing if I'm allowed to have the unredacted footage, which the unredacted footage already got leaked. So it's like this whole court case is going to be stupid. It's like, oh, they already leaked their stuff. So
well,
it'll be tomorrow.
Best of luck. Ben.
Just got out of court, but they like completely changed their attitude. They like sucked up to me today. They were like, "Oh my god," they were like super like nice to me today. It was crazy. They've all just like seen the videos and they're like, "Dude, this like the power of the internet, it's gonna like destroy us." I feel like they've seen like how the American Fork Police Department's like getting like taken down right now. So it's insane how they just like all like changed their attitude.
Yep.
Yeah, and there's more to come with them, bro. It's not over for them.
Yeah, but I'm kind of like seeing this interview. Kind of worried about Ben because he looks like he's thinning out. You know, like he's sick. He's like under stress, and I know everybody says like he's super chill, but he looks like he.
No, of course, there's got to be.
You know,
he's probably just trying to put up a good front, a good poker face to not worry people. You know,
well,
what I mean?
I think he said earlier that he wasn't sleeping much. You know, I don't think he's sleeping much currently either. You know,
I mean, even somebody with as much of a happy-go-lucky attitude as he might have. I mean, it's only natural to be stressed about a situation like this, especially with the kind of charges that he's facing. Because that's the thing, that's the unfortunate thing about like going to court. Nothing's ever guaranteed, even if things look like they should be a slam dunk for you.
For real.
There's still no guarantee that things will turn out in your favor. There's never a guarantee that things will turn out in your favor.
Well, especially in his experience where like the cops manhandled him and stuff like that and like threatened his friends. Like, man, like just try to grasp that idea of like the cops are supposed to be the good guys. And you just went through you just went through them being bad guys to you, and now you're going to court because bad officers are doing a bunch of bull crap. Bad corporations are doing a bunch of bull crap, and they're labeling you as a guy that deserves to be with the other bad guys that serve in prison.
Yeah, he's literally he's literally fighting for his life. You know what I mean?
And again, he's fighting against people who in your head you usually think are the good guys.
Yep.
You know.
So it's just like, again, he's fighting for his life because again, losing in civil court would be devastating, right?
Well, John, that's why that's why you and I are here, John.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah, that's why we're here. We saw this shit and we got pissed about it. We're like, what they did to this guy, what they were doing to other people.
Yeah.
Yep. And that's why the word needs to be spread. That's why he needs support. And look, I'm going to take the opportunity now to once again share his Gifts and Go for those of you that may have not donated to it. If you can't donate, that's fine. I mean, share it. I think that's just as good, you know. But there's his Gifts and Go. I put the link in the chat. And at some point in time, we are going to be doing a fundraising stream once we get all the everything
bells and
figured out for
whistles.
that.
Yeah,
all the bells and whistles figured out for that, to do a fundraising stream for Ben to help him out. Because the thing is, as much as he's raised so far, and he's raised a good amount, that's still not going to be enough to fight all the cases that he's got to do. He's got like 6 different cases that he's going to have to be fighting. So he's going to need a good war chest there. So
he's gonna need like a lot of support.
Yeah, Sheldon's going to need it too. Sheldon and those guys are going to need it too, but Ben especially, because Ben is going to be fighting a little bit longer and a little bit more in terms of the stuff he's got to deal with.
Well, they're also labeling him the ringleader, and
correct. Yep. So
they were just like.
So hopefully we could get him up there.
Like boss me around. Like I'm like, am I allowed to? Like I think the first time I was like, I don't even know why I'm here. Like, you guys please tell me why I'm here, because like you guys redacted all my charges. And they're like, well, we can't give you your charges, or else you're gonna use it for your YouTube likes and subscribers and stuff.
What?
And I was like, what am I doing here that if you guys can't tell me? And they're like, we need you to keep these redactions on. And then the judge is like, Ben, do you have an argument of why we should take the redactions off? And I was like, because like they've been making a bunch of lies about me, and I can prove this if you want to see all the evidence. And the judge is like, I don't want to see the evidence. I'm signing this protective order. You can't see what you're being charged for. And today they were just like completely attitude changed. They were just like, just agreed with me on everything I said. And it was awesome today, actually.
I like he's just wearing shorts and a button-up shirt.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Actually,
So if I'm not mistaken, you're actually getting charged with the like terroristic threats that they obviously made up about you.
yeah. What he said specifically is I'm going to burn down the building and shoot everyone inside. But it makes sense because like if this could destroy $100 million company, like he's going to do whatever he can to get me thrown in jail so I don't come out and like talk about his documentary. But yeah, I think he's kind of doing a weak attempt. He could have come with a better lie, you know, than like I'm going to burn down the building and shoot everyone inside. Like he could have come with a better lie.
Yeah, easily proven. Like you can easily prove that wrong.
Exactly. That's one thing that we said from the beginning, right? When we were, especially when we were looking over all the body cam footage, is that they had claimed Eamon and Josh had claimed that, right? But there's no evidence at all. There's no video evidence that we've seen.
Well, even with Amanda, John, right?
Yeah.
Like even with Amanda, because they're like, oh, someone said that threatened her and stuff like that, but they don't even say that it's Ben or anybody. It's just somebody did it, you know?
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But they attribute it to Ben.
They attribute it to Ben, though. That's the thing. They make it seem like he's the one that did it. And it could have been a complete random person that saw what was going on. They saw the story online, even back then, right? They probably saw it on social media, on Instagram or whatever, and decided to go in there and, you know, talk shit. And they said, oh, this must have been Ben's person. So.
And I feel like good thing we were recording. If we weren't recording, then we wouldn't have had our proof. So yeah, I feel sorry for like everyone this happens to, that like bricks and minifigs bullies, that isn't able to like film their innocence. You know, it sucks.
So how does that old man who owns the Legos feel about this whole situation? Is he familiar with what's going on at all?
He just found out as of like 5 or 6 days ago. Once we raised the GoFundMe money, then Brian was able to tell his dad.
Do you know his reaction?
He said that he took it pretty well. He said that he was really scared it was going to be bad because like he was trusted with like their family's like life savings collection set, and he felt like he like failed the family. His reaction was just like, he was like, oh, okay. But he was like confused on like, cause he doesn't know like social media at all. So he doesn't like understand like the internet.
Like, how is this all going to go? It seems like this is either going to be like a historically insane thing or you're going to be like massively screwed. There's no way that you can be screwed, right?
Just from 2 videos, I already have 11 court cases I'm in.
Considering all the wild stuff you've done that you've never
11.
Yeah. He's going to need a big war chest.
This kind of legal problems makes it that much more insane. Like, what do you hope to happen with this situation?
I mean, I'm pretty sure that some of those will be dismissed.
Oh yeah, for sure. But still,
there's a good chance that a good portion of those will be dismissed, but there's going to probably be some that stick that they're going to find actionable. So.
Ideally that they just keep suing me and this keeps going on. I just hope they don't like give up and like pull out of the lawsuit, because then I like don't get any more content out of it. So I guess ideally they would just keep suing me and I just get to keep like doing what I'm doing. So it's pretty fun right now.
Reckless Ben in the eternal lawsuit.
I mean, my career's doing the best it's ever done. Besides being sick, I'm like pretty happy.
All right, Ben.
Let's go.
We're here.
So he was sick.
Yeah, I got sleep, so I'm not dead like yesterday.
So this is one of my favorite places in all of LA, Runyon Canyon.
Really?
Yeah,
I've been here like twice, I think, but it's really cool. Just a lot of traffic to get here normally, but 5 a.m., no traffic. It was amazing. Yesterday I was on, like 25 hours of no sleep, so I'm good now. Yeah, I was kind of like delirious yesterday, but now we're doing the best interview ever.
I guess for timeline-wise, can we talk about the possible Netflix thing?
I mean, it's like not even like maybe I don't know. It's just, we're saying that lots of TV networks are reaching out right now. And
Of course.
I believe it. 100% believe it.
Too. For sure, this will be a Netflix documentary at some point in time. They love stuff like
Do you
this.
think they'll hire a black, like? Do you think they'll hire a black actor for Reckless Ben?
Oh my God!
Maybe I don't know. Maybe Idris Elba.
No, they'll do a straight up documentary.
He does whiteface.
Documentary. They'll do a they'll straight up do a docu-series. They're probably not going to do any kind of
Race swap?
movie based on it. They'll probably do a straight up docu-series on it. Because
Gender swap.
They did one about the story of the one girl who
Gabby Petito.
Yeah, Gabby Petito. They've done one about the cat thing, the cat thing that was on Facebook or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sure you know what I'm talking about, or I forget the details of it. But like in a
Don't Fuck with Cats. You're talking about.
Yeah, that one. Yeah, they did one about the lady, the Mormon lady that was like abusing her kids, keeping them.
Oh yeah, the YouTuber,
Yeah.
Like,
well, they did.
It was like crazy. They did
one about the what was it? Ashley Madison and the YouTubers who were caught in that, and they were like a family channel, and he was like on. Was it Ashley Madison or some shit?
It was the lady's name was like Ruby Frankie, and she was she was a YouTuber, a family vlogger, but she was like, you know, she
No, John, this is something else. Ashley Madison's like a website where you go to cheat on your partner or some shit like that. Like,
yeah, that was a different thing, but yeah.
Yeah, but like a YouTuber got caught there, and he was like a big family content creator or some shit, and he was like found on there. He's like, "Oh, I'm just misunderstood."
I'm in an open relationship. Yeah. That kind of shit. You don't understand. I'm in an open relationship. It's okay.
I was dating my wife there while I was with her. It was like a foreplay thing. Yeah, I got you.
Yeah, we're swingers. Yeah, or something, right? So, yeah, it's just like, yeah. So I'm pretty sure, yeah, for sure that Netflix already reached out to him about doing a docuseries regarding this whole situation. It'll probably be released in a couple years, you know, because it usually takes about 2 years, roughly.
Yeah.
Either a year and a half to 2 years before it'll be like on Netflix. Because when I did the episode of Toys That Made Us season 3, I actually filmed that about a year and a half before they actually put it on Netflix.
That makes sense.
So it was well in advance. It was like about a year and a half before they finally released it on Netflix. So so they take their time doing stuff. And the thing is, you know, they're not, you know, as nice as it would be, the reality of them doing documentaries, I'm going to tell you guys flat out right now, they're not going to pay. They don't pay people to do that stuff. You know what I mean? Because they're producing all that stuff. They take on all the cost of stuff. So they just basically have you sign a release. I mean, Ben's situation is a little bit bigger, so maybe he can kind of finagle a way to get himself paid for it, which I hope he does. I hope he gets himself, you know, some money out of it, because he has an LLC established and stuff like that. So hopefully he's smart enough to at least work a deal that he'll get paid for being involved in some way. But if not, I mean, they might, you know, the payment might just be the publicity. Yeah. But hopefully, I hope in his case that he actually does get paid for it, because I'm pretty sure even if he raises a lot of money for these lawsuits, he's probably going to be cleaned out by the end of it. And I don't think that Ben doesn't seem like the kind of guy that is really going to seek monetary compensation.
John, your mic, come closer.
You guys hear me? Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. Ben doesn't seem like the kind of guy that will seek monetary compensation for himself, probably only to cover whatever costs for, you know,
he's
deal with this.
He's a super generous guy.
Yeah, he's probably not going to seek any. The other thing he'll probably want is like his court stuff to be taken care of and stuff like that, and maybe a little bit, but he doesn't seem like the kind of guy that's gonna be like, well, give me millions of dollars, you know?
Yeah. So, well, he doesn't seem selfish. He seems selfless, not selfish.
Yeah. So
make something, you know, that way I can just film cool stuff every day. I think that'd be awesome.
Yeah, I feel like this Lego series would work perfectly for Netflix. Although I wonder if they would kind of put some constraints on your recklessness.
I don't know. I feel like I could go even crazier though, because I have a bigger budget
and more lawyers.
I feel like I might be able to get away with even more crazy stuff. Yeah, Brand's been telling people he's my brother, but this could kind of work.
It's believable. We look similar, yeah.
He's my brother with a mustache.
This has been a fun video to film. It's been like so last minute and exciting. I get to see Ben grinding. You woke up at 11 p.m. and have been editing the whole night.
Yeah. Been sick. Yeah, I went to bed at 5, woke up at 11, got 6 hours of sleep.
Have you talked to your parents about this whole situation? Are they aware of the Lego debacle?
Yeah, they watched the video when it only had like 1,000 views on it. So I don't really know if they know how big. I think my dad's been following it a little bit. But my parents aren't really like internet people.
You stumbled upon such a wild world of Lego corruption. You know what I mean? It's like the perfect equation of like your style of video and how like dedicated you are, and like this tale desperately needed Reckless Ben to come in and like save the day.
Now for a never before seen deleted clip from Ben's original video.
I just put it in there as parody of like, this is what we're tricking Amanda into believing. It actually worked. She closed down the story, you know? So that contract was always invalid from the start. And we actually filmed a deleted scene. We went to like the Salt Lake Flats or whatever, like the Salt Flats. And we knew that like they would be like the least amount of people. I could maybe send you some behind the scenes footage. But
it's that if the average person would think someone was misled into signing a contract, contract, the law treats it as them being legally tricked. The standard in court is that if a normal person wouldn't have known what they were signing, a judge will definitely just throw it out. And I already did the judge's work for them. I went out to the middle of nowhere because it's the least amount of people I have to interview to get the average answer.
Do you think we can interview you real quick? We're trying to take a really quick survey. It'll take like 10 seconds. Yeah, sick. Yeah.
And this is what every single person said.
Clearly she was tricked.
Clearly, yeah.
Since there was only one person in this area, the average answer is that Amanda was definitely tricked into signing this contract, which is not good for me. But once they give it to their legal team, they're going to find out we don't have to listen to this at all. And maybe the Bricks and Minifigs legal team will say that about all the documents, in which case the owners don't show up to court and we win by default. Boom.
I don't know. I remember that's one part where we said that he might have, that probably won't hold the whole thing with the mandate, even if just because of how the laws are in Utah. So we thought it was really funny though.
I think that's why a lot of people like started underestimating Ben. Like, oh, how stupid is this guy? Like he tried to trick somebody into signing a contract and he thought it was gonna work. And it's like clearly he understood what he was doing.
Ben destroyed a police department and a corporation.
Yeah. So
with the truth, all he did was like all he had to do was be there. I mean, like,
exactly.
Right, here's the film.
Exactly.
It got like too confusing. I wanted to like loop on itself like an Inception, like, oh, this is what the plan was. Just kidding, that wasn't what the plan was. But then that actually is what the plan was all along, is that we tricked her into thinking she wasn't tricked into thinking she was. And basically because that's what Bricks and Minifigs was doing, is they were just using this confusing situation to get away with the crime. So we were like, oh, can we do the same thing? Can we use this confusing situation to get them to not trespass us, kind of like use their own medicine against them was kind of the thinking here. But then it got too confusing where I was like showing it to some of my friends and it's just the edits like going over their heads and they're like, I don't understand this. And I'm like, well, that's the point. You're not supposed to understand it.
Around the time of editing this, CoffeeZilla, one of the biggest investigative YouTubers on the platform, released his own deep dive into the case. He interviewed every party involved, including the McNeff brothers,
when did this happen, John?
Norman, and went through the
that was like a week or two ago
records and inventory spreadsheets himself. What he found complicated the narrative a little bit. The remaining collection was never worth $200,000. That number came from an early estimate Crystal put out for the press release launch before a full inventory was done. The real figure, based on internal records, is closer to $107,000. Of that, about $24,000 worth was sold, and Brian was paid $17,000, which roughly tracks. CoffeeZilla also found evidence of a mysterious U-Haul in the parking lot the night of the takeover.
Also, it's good to point out
might existed until they were shown photographs.
It's good to point out that we still don't have a account on the minifigures in the spreadsheet.
Yep.
So yeah,
and remember, some of those could be worth hundreds. Some of them could
thousands.
be thousands. Yep. So it could still be closer to that, to that $200,000 than people think. A lot closer to it. So that's just for the sets. What CoffeeZilla did was just for the sets.
Yeah.
Graphic proof.
He was supposed to release it like a week ago, but yeah, CoffeeZilla's making a video on this. I originally emailed him like the day it came out. I think I was like, hey, you should probably like do a story on this. Like, this is just like the beginning of the story, like I might be getting sued for like a lot. So like if you talked about it, might like really help. And he like emailed me back. He's like, hey, I've actually been following you since the Slackline days, which is sick. Like I did not expect from the email back, which was insane. Cause like he's like one of my favorite YouTubers, and he did. And he's like, yeah, but unfortunately I've been like doing a bunch of scams, like, which I totally get, he probably has like 10,000 people emailing him every week. If he said yes to everyone, he would never be able to post any videos at all. I think like 3 days later, he messages me and he's like, actually, this is insane. I have to do a video on this. He's like, I'm putting everything else on pause. We are doing a video on this. And so he just starts like a week investigation, I guess. And I haven't seen the video yet, but he said he found some pretty crazy stuff out. So he said, I'm probably going to love the video.
At the time of filming this video with Ben, part 3 of a series hasn't dropped yet. Ben says it focuses heavily on Eamon McNeff and the escalation from misdemeanors to second-degree felony charges. So everyone's seen part 1, part 2, and all the crazy stuff in between. We've talked about that in this video. But part 3 is unreleased. Can you give us some juicy information about part 3?
Part 3 focuses mostly on the CEO, Eamon McNeff. In episode 2, I was just dealing with misdemeanors. But in episode 3 is when we get to like now I'm being charged with some second-degree felonies. But it's all fake. It's all lies. They're just making stuff up about me. So I'm not too worried because I have all the footage to prove my innocence. But it's crazy what like $100 million company.
Yep.
will do if you're like threatening to destroy them. And this is their decision they're making. It's not extortion. They're the ones choosing to go the hard way, not me. If I was going to choose for them, I would have chosen the easy way, give Brian his Legos back.
We watched the beautiful sunrise here on
Yeah.
And hopefully it was a bit of a stress reliever during this crazy time for you, Ben. I really appreciate you giving me the time of day. People probably don't know this. We've been friends for over 6 years now. We've done a bunch of videos in the past, but I appreciate, in this hectic time, you making time for me to do this interview.
Actually, it's probably 6 years exactly right now. I think it was the summer.
Yeah, we've done a lot of cool videos together, and I'm really proud to see you blowing up like this. It's exciting. The cool part is I know there's so much more you're going to do, and there's so much unreleased stuff. Yeah, shout out to Reckless Ben Schneider.
Yeah, it's gonna be insane.
If you enjoyed this video, you will absolutely love the nearly 2-hour extended cut of the profile piece I filmed about Reckless Ben and his entire career.
Angle,
we go over his whole story from start to finish, from his childhood to his first day on YouTube. It's available right now on my Patreon for only $8 a month. And if you sign up today using code BEN, you can get 50% off your first month, meaning you can unlock 2 hours of extra Reckless Ben content for only $4. That's right. Get 50% off your first month of my Patreon using code BEN at sign up and enjoy tons of exclusive content today, including.
That's pretty cool. So there's Brandon Buckingham's video. For those of you that want to check it out for yourselves, completely, free of any interruptions. Went ahead and shared it in the chat, but yeah. So Ben is doing some stuff. I don't think we're gonna have time to go over the American Fork stuff tonight, but I'll give you a preview of what it is, and I'm sure somebody actually mentioned it in the chat earlier, and it was about the lawsuit that was settled for them basically, tackling this innocent guy and I guess using excessive force, which is this one right here. We'll be going over this tomorrow evening. We'll have to go over it, but yeah, just more of the dumb stuff. More of the dumb stuff that they do. So it's something that we will, like I said, check out tomorrow. But yeah, I guess we could answer a few questions from chat before we go ahead and wrap this one up. But I'm thinking, yeah, like I said, Ben's in a good place right now. I'm sure he's super stressed, so hopefully he takes care of himself. Yep. But I think that it's important, yeah, like I said, to show the guy support because he's gonna need it. Like I said, his gifts and go is at 48,000 right now. He definitely is gonna need more than that for sure to fight his legal battle. So,
John, you've seen Brandon Buckingham before. Do you remember him?
I do remember him. I know I'm pretty sure I've seen some of his videos before. I think you've showed me a couple of his videos before in the past. I know you've linked a couple of them before. So,
we've seen him primarily in a specific video. Do you want me to give you a hint? I don't think you're remembering.
Let me see. I'm trying to remember. Was it a Sam Hyde video?
I
know he's friends with Sam Hyde.
It's not the one I'm referring to.
That's not the one. Which one? Which one are you referring to?
He was in the Turkey Tom diss track for Tipster.
Oh, was he?
Yeah, yeah, he was in the Tipster
funny.
diss track.
I didn't know. I'm pretty sure you showed me that, but yeah, I guess I didn't.
It's been a minute, but I thought it was funny. Every time I see him now, I think of that when he was in the Tipster diss track.
Funny. That's so funny. Yeah, because I know he's I've seen him in videos with Sam Hyde and stuff too.
Mm-hmm.
And I know he was there the night that Sam Hyde had his body.
I think he may have beef with Salvo too. What happened?
Who Brandon Buckingham did?
I think so. I think Salvo was beefing with him or something, way back in the day.
That's so funny.
That's wild.
That's so funny. I'm sure. Hey, have you seen this relic? We've played it here before, but this never gets old to me. Hold on, let me put it. I'm gonna put it right here. Hold on, here I'll show you. So chat will know this. You all have seen this before. Probably the best call out in history.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yep.
You got anyone you want to call out in the heavyweight division?
Oh, you know it, lad. You know that. Sandpiper, I'm coming to kill you in Los Angeles at your house.
Or in the ring?
No, in real life.
Real life?
And become obsessed with him and wear his makeup and his dresses and use his skin as a coat like the ancient Irish did. Well, that's your winner, Sam. Hey!
Was this boxing or was this wrestling?
No, this is boxing. It was just funny. He's just like
I saw
afterwards-
I saw the call. I just didn't see like the fight or anything.
It
was making the rounds on Twitter.
Yeah, it was.
Oh,
It
yeah.
was just calling
Yeah.
out freaking Hassan. Let me see. Tweet about it. If you're interested, Runkle, the Bailey attorney, dropped an 8-minute video earlier tonight with an update about a new filing with the case with Ben. Yeah, I could check it out tomorrow on tomorrow's stream. We'll check it out because I've seen some of his videos on my feed too. Runkle. Oh, I should announce now. We're gonna have BBQ Counselor on this Saturday, 10 o'clock, 10 o'clock p.m. He'll be on with us. You know, he's gonna come hang out. He's gonna come talk about you know, all this craziness that's happening. So it should be a fun little should be a fun little discussion that we're gonna have with him, and we'll probably talk some legal stuff, ask him questions about the case, because he's a licensed attorney, so it'll be interesting to get his take and what he thinks. So
Yes. If any of you have questions for him too, get them ready so that way.
yeah, exactly.
you can ask them.
Yeah, if any of y'all have questions for BBQ Counselor, yeah, for sure. But we'll make sure to remember what it is you're going to ask, and we'll open it up to questions too during that stream, because I think it's going to be a fantastic stream. I'm really looking forward to that one. Really excited for that one.
Or they could send it to you on X, right? Like,
Yeah, that too. You
Yeah.
guys can send them on X if you want. You could either DM them, or you could use I guess should they use a hashtag or something, Aura?
Oh yeah, if they want to. Because I was like, they can send it to you, or I guess Instagram too. I don't know if you use Instagram. They can send it to me on Instagram. Whatever they want to do. Yeah.
I don't use it as much, although I am using it more these days. But
Good.
yeah, I mean, probably, yeah, if anything, or Aura, you could DM them to me, or Aura.
Yeah.
I'm at Toy Bounty Hunter, and Aura is at Aura
Underscore.
_Gami.
Yeah.
Yep. So that should be. If you guys want to send us questions to ask him, if you don't want to ask him here in the chat, but we'll probably be taking questions in the chat when he's on, so that should be fun.
Yeah.
But,
just get them ready. Hold on to one.
Just get them ready. But gents, is there anything else you wanna add here before we go ahead and close out the stream?
Really?
Nope.
No?
I'm
Any final
chilling.
thoughts?
I came in late, so I don't.
No, you're good. You're good. No, we appreciate you coming, man. Like I
Yeah.
said, you're always welcome on.
Yeah,
so
thank you.
But yeah,
well,
we'll go.
Yeah,
Oh, go ahead.
I was
Go
gonna say thank you all for just showing up, hanging out, shooting the shit with us, throwing your opinions out there. It's good to see what you guys are thinking, what you're saying. Appreciate y'all. Thanks for sticking with us.
And for those of you that are joining for the first time, hope you guys will sub and put the notifications on for when we stream again. Love having you guys here. This has been a lot of fun covering this stuff, but also, like I said, we're gonna keep it going until there's results. So hope you guys will stick with us on this journey. So we'll go ahead and wrap it here, though. Appreciate you guys joining us this fine. What is it? Thursday? Yeah, Thursday evening. We'll
Yep.
see you all tomorrow night. You guys have a fantastic night.
Adios.